All right, good evening, everybody. We are live. Current time is 11:38 p.m., April 17th, 2026. We are live because there is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the southwest portion of Berrien County. It was just issued by the Weather Service out of northern Indiana in anticipation of this line that is absolutely cranking across the Illinois, crossing into Indiana right now. This was supposed to weaken as it pushed to the east, but as you can tell, it's held together quite well. We do expect it to weaken as it continues to push east, but overall, there is a nice gust front, and there's also some embedded rotation down here in northwest Indiana that may move up into southwest Michigan. If you're just getting caught up to speed, we are expecting a lower end risk tonight for severe weather across the western half of the state. And we're concerned in particular for we're going to say bottom 5 counties of southwest Michigan of Van Buren, Berrien, Cass, St. Joseph, and perhaps Kalamazoo. Those counties will be the ones that have the best storm fuel as this line arrives. Further north, there's already rain and storms going on. However, as we mentioned over and over today, the storm fuel really north of Grand Rapids has been minimal for these storms to tap into, and thus is creating just a nice gust front as it progresses to the east. So maybe a brief instance of gusty winds with this gust front moving through like Fremont to Ravenna, down here through Ottawa County, moving toward Coopersville, as well as Allendale and Holland. But overall, this is likely not going to be strong or severe in nature, just going to kind of disrupt your evening with some loud thunder out there. Our focus really is going to be on the southern part of the line down here in the southwest corner of the state. So right now we're going to relax for a minute just because there's a long way to go before these storms really start to impact Michigan. There's about a county difference here between Berrien and where these storms are at. So we have a minute to breathe and kind of watch it evolve as it moves towards us. But still, this yellow polygon down here for Three Oaks, Sawyer, New Buffalo, and Bridgman areas, close to Galion as well. This is going to be your severe warning in effect. The text of this warning, go ahead and read this off. It's in effect for the southwest part of Berrien County as well as several counties across North Indiana. It says at 11:35 Eastern, a severe thunderstorm is located along a line extending from Ridgeland to near Kentland, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Your hazard is 60 mile per hour winds. Your source is radar indicated, and there is on this warning a tag for a possible tornado, and that is all because we'll go back here to the velocity and switch over to our winds. You're going to see these little kinks just to the east and north of Lowell here, up here toward Maryville. Again, this is northwest Indiana. We're not talking about Lowell and Grand Rapids. We're talking about Indiana at this point. But we have these little notches, and those little notches here may try to spin up some tornadoes as well. So as it moves up our direction, we're going to keep a very close eye on this as it does so. I might get a motion vector on this. Go ahead and set this. 254 at 48 is the official vector they're going with. We'll take a peek at this. There we go. So we have a minute to breathe, like I said. I want to check out the Holland cam here. That gust front that we've been talking about is supposedly moving over that area here. Go ahead and move this up. Go ahead and take the Grand Rapids radar. You can see this this green line that's moving in. That's kind of an outflow boundary of these decaying storms. And we do have a visual here, courtesy of Buscher's Septic Tank and Excavating. This is facing west on the Holland area. And if you look to the right of your screen, that is, I presume, the outflow boundary. It's pushing some clouds. It might be like a shelf cloud type of feature that might be moving in. We'll have to keep a close eye on that. Again, this is likely not going to be severe. Looks like the winds here are pretty minimal in nature. Could see some gusts though. I do know the Weather Service in Grand Rapids is also monitoring this shear line, or they call it convergence. It looks like there could be some rotation here, but it's really just the outflow meeting some other winds, and it looks a little funky here. It's worth watching, but overall threat with that is quite low in nature as it progresses to the east as the night goes on. we're going to leave it right here at the North Indiana radar, and we're just going to kick back and relax for a minute. Go ahead and animate this for you guys. The motion is north-northeast on these storms at about 50 to 55 miles per hour. Also have some cells popping up ahead of it here in Berrien County. Again, I don't think we're going to see anything severe with these pop-up cells ahead. That's not really a concern tonight. We call them prefrontals in some cases, but tonight I don't really expect those pop-ups to do much anything severe-wise. We're more concerned with this main line back here over the lake down into Indiana currently. That's where our focus is. We're going to watch this area as closely as we possibly can just because there is rotation. Just to the northeast of Lowell, perhaps some just north of Maryville as well. And this is moving up toward Berrien County eventually, but it's got 2 more counties to cross. But moving at 55 miles per hour is going to cross those pretty quickly, or at least it should.
If you're just tuning in, the only severe thunderstorm warning right now in the state of Michigan is Berrien County, and there's 2 counties in a tornado watch, which is Berrien and Cass. There's no more tornado watches anywhere else in the state at the current time. An extension downstream unlikely at the current time, unless we continue to stay unstable out there further east we go. Ryan put out a really good forecast map as well this evening on our social media pages. Facebook, I think is where you put it. I don't know if you put it on anything else, but definitely on Facebook.
I didn't know.
And again, the main focal point this evening is Southwest Michigan. If you missed our severe weather outlook earlier today as well, we also mentioned that West and Southwest Michigan, primarily to the kind of the west of 131 and also south of Grand Rapids, is the big point tonight for any severe weather. If you're off to the east side of the state, this line will be decaying by the time it gets over there. So really just a west side threat for tonight. And we're going to be tracking it live from beginning to end, as we always do here at Michigan Storm Chasers. So make sure to follow along. But no storms right now in the state of Michigan that are currently warned technically. We do have Berrien County in that warning, but there's no storms in it yet. It's kind of a preemptive warning, as we see here for the state.
And the threat tonight shouldn't last too long. We're not talking like an all-night event here. It should last roughly, we're going to probably say until at probably 2 a.m. or so, 2, 3 a.m. And after that, most of our storm fuel is gone. So our threat should be pretty short-lived in nature tonight. If you're watching from the east side, if you're anxious over there, not really a big concern for severe across the state on the east side. We're going to get rain and perhaps some storms later on, but we are not going to get severe weather with this line moving across the entire state like we did on Tuesday.
Current time at the bottom of the screen, 11:46. Or sorry, 11:47 now. What are you saying?
Nope. I was talking, but it wasn't relevant to what you were saying.
Okay. Again, current time at the bottom of the screen, 11:47. Make sure to check and make sure that you are currently live in April 17th, 2026. I'm Chief Meteorologist Joel Fritzman alongside President of Operations, Ryan, right below me here. Again, only 1 severe thunderstorm warning in the state right now, and it is for the extreme southwest corner of Berrien County. And we are just sitting and waiting to see how the storm develops as it moves into Michigan. 60-mile-per-hour winds and a tornado possible as this line comes into the state. And you can see on Ryan's radar here that hook feature back by Gary, Indiana right now. Again, that's the place where all the winds are kind of coming together and rotating up. And that's why there is a tornado warning over there in Gary, Indiana right now. And that little feature is moving off the northeast. So again, heading towards Berrien County in the next half hour here. So again, a preemptive severe thunderstorm warning in effect. It's kind of just to get you guys ready for this powerful line coming through tonight. But again, it's only Berrien County at the current time. If you know you are in southwest Michigan, you need to be on high alert for this line as it moves in.
Taking a peek back at our velocity, definitely some gusty winds in there. And we see these little notches still that are still appearing to be a concern as this moves up our direction. It doesn't look like there's too many areas of tight rotation, at least, but they can. This type of line, Joel, is notorious for spinning tornadoes up very quickly. They can form in a couple scans and be gone just as fast. So it's very vital that we have eyes on this as it moves up our way, and I want to continue tracking this as it moves towards Berrien County, and eventually into Cass County as well. We're also going to keep a close eye further north on this line as it moves up. We're going to say towards South Haven, although it's moving toward the more so northward almost. Here it's probably going to impact further north, which should take it out of the best environment. But we're going to watch this as well, just because the overall signature from this storm is appearing to be a little bit more potent as well. So we'll watch that as it pushes across the lake here.
I'm also watching the shear line to the north right now. As Ryan was kind of alluding to here, there is a line of gusty winds that is currently near and north of Grand Rapids. Right now, just some heavy downpours, frequent cloud-to-ground lightning, but again, some gusty winds cannot be ruled out. The shear line also, with how much, I guess there's a little bit of shear out there tonight. We could see a little bit of spin-ups to the north of Grand Rapids. However, again, there's a lot working against it right now, so not a huge concern north of Grand Rapids right now. Again, we're still watching it behind the scenes, but our main focal point is southwest Michigan at the current time. Ryan, just a point of reference here. I do have my screen sharing if at any point you do want to switch to mine. But for now,
I'm trying to work on something behind the scenes. If you want to take over for like 5 minutes, that'd be good.
Okay. If you missed our briefing from earlier today, feel free to go back and watch it on our on YouTube, right? Earlier today?
So what?
You had a briefing earlier today, correct?
Yeah, we had several today, actually. All platforms this morning, all platforms this afternoon, and then just a Facebook one this evening.
Yes. So good idea to check that out if you are curious as to what is going on tonight. Again, this is primarily a southwest Michigan threat and a little bit of a west Michigan threat. Storm should die off at the very latest once they get to the 127 corridor. But right now, we're expecting the severe for tonight being primarily west of 131. Again, US 131 runs from north to south across the west side of the state. So if you know you live to the east of US 131, your chances of severe weather tonight are very slim at the current time. Also, a good reminder to help yourself out in figuring out where you are on a county-based map, because as you can see right now, when you zoom out, it's kind of tricky to see where all the cities are. And so if you kind of know and can pick out where your county is on a map that we're showing you like this, you're doing yourself a great favor. And you can also see the counties ahead of you as well in terms of, hey, there's a warning for, let's say if you're in Barry County, for example, Allegan County gets a warning. Then you know you're kind of on alert because the storms are moving from that southwest to northeast motion. But at the current time, the only warning is Berrien County. So that means, again, with northeast movement on Berrien County, that means Van Buren and Cass County. If warnings were to be issued downstream, then you guys would be up next. The orange box, as you can see right now, is a severe thunderstorm warning. You notice that Berrien County, not all of it is in a severe thunderstorm warning. It's a friendly reminder that warnings are not county-based sometimes. Sometimes they do have to issue county-based warnings, but it's just half the county right now. It's from Bridgman down to Sawyer, Three Oaks, New Buffalo. If you're in Galen, Galien, and Buchanan, and Niles, those cities are not in a severe thunderstorm warning, but you guys are very close. Berrien Springs and Eau Claire also not in a severe thunderstorm warning, but you can see how close that orange box is to you right now. So be mindful. Again, strong line of thunderstorms moving in from the southwest. as time goes on tonight, this line of storms, this is why we expect this to only be around for first two counties here in southwest Michigan. Maybe gets past the 131 corridor. It's because, again, our instability will slowly diminish, or quickly diminish in this case tonight, as time goes on. Again, all of our ingredients are currently on the table, but again, as we get past midnight tonight, those are going to quickly vanish. So again, if you're on the east side of the state, you should not have to worry about anything at all tonight. So feel free to take the information as you will. But again, we will be live from beginning to end, making sure that these warnings do expire at some point tonight, and we're all able to go to bed with an all clear message.
Okay, I figured that out behind the scenes, so we're good to go now. Here, back to my radar if you'd like. If not, you can do it on yours.
That's fine. Go ahead.
Perfect. Current time, 11:54 p.m., April 17th. Welcome on in. I am Ryan, alongside Joel above me, tracking very, I'm not going to say a small risk tonight, but it's a small area of Michigan in comparison to all 83 counties. We're looking at about 4 or 5 different counties with a main severe risk. That's going to be Berrien, Cass, Van Buren, and Kalamazoo, as well as St. Joseph counties. This line pushing across the lake is our main concern. Take a peek. Amazing lightning going on in the Holland camera here. Courtesy of Busher Septic Tank and Excavating. This is going to be looking to the west. But I do want to pop back over here into North Indiana. We do have a couple areas of rotation still that looks to be still showing up as it pushes closer and closer to the Michigan border here. We have a couple areas, one near Hebron and Couts, Indiana, one up here by Valparaiso, and one up here by Lake Station as well. These are all areas of QLCS notching to really keep a close eye on as it progresses to the northeast. When we say QLCS notching, I'm talking about potential quick spin up spots for tornadoes. Luckily, I don't think any of these are imminent, but it still bears watching as it moves up in our direction. And we have a couple more minutes before Berrien County sees some impacts here. So I'm going to switch our cameras over to Berrien County here. We do have 2 cameras and 3 cameras, actually. 4 cameras in Berrien County. We have Niles, we have 2 in Berrien Center, we have 1 in Coloma. Go ahead and pop this in. This is going to be courtesy of Sent2Serve LLC. This is up on a grain leg looking right at these storms as they progress into our area. Still got some time before these storms arrive. They're getting closer, but they're still off in the distance on the camera, and they're about 10 miles offshore.
I think that line that's to the north, Ryan, still pretty impressive wind on that, heading towards St. Joseph and South Haven at the current time. Special marine warnings are in effect right now. Again, even if the wind isn't impressive, there is still a couple bits and pieces of notching going on there that is currently broad. But again, it does bear watching as these storms do track off to the east-northeast, again, towards mainly Berrien and Van Buren counties. But that storm right there that Ryan's highlighting could be closer to Allegan County as time goes on.
Got a super chat coming in. Says, just wanted to say thank you for the coverage from Mars Cowboy. Thank you, Cowboy. Appreciate your support, and no problem. I'm not sure if I missed any before, but if I have missed your super chat or memberships, I apologize. I think Joel can pull that up if we missed any.
That's the first one so far.
That's the first one I've seen. So thank you very much for your support. was gonna see if we couldn't go live on TikTok, and I got an ad that popped up immediately. Have you heard that behind the
Nice.
scenes or not? We are testing out tonight a couple other platforms of streaming, so that's what I was trying to figure out before. We are live currently on Instagram, although I'm not sure the format of that over there. So if you're on Instagram watching, let us know how it looks on your end of things. Might try and do TikTok as well if we can. I'm not sure if they'll allow us to do that though. But yeah, Joel, what you mentioned, they're heading toward. I think it's gonna go just north of South Haven. It's kind of moving to the northeast here, but there is some interesting features going on there.
Yep. Which radar are you using right now?
I'm using the LOT radar.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah, Grand Rapids is kind of has it, kind of sorta, but
I think
we'll have to
Kayla
see
has
as it
a
gets
bit.
closer to the radar.
Yeah, I think Kayla has a little bit better view of it.
About equal distance right now.
I do see what you're talking about down here as it heads towards South Haven. I do see what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. I am still watching up north as well. I have my radar set on Grand Rapids right now, so I've been just kind of watching that shear line to the north. Currently, nothing that I'm seeing that is close, but again, it is very, very rugged up and down this line right now. It does not take much on a night like tonight, so definitely keep an eye on it.
Driving through Cadillac, is this part of that storm? Nah, Cadillac is way up here. You got some rain. You maybe have some wind up there too, but I don't see anything severe up there for Cadillac. Anything close to being severe. My computer is running slow. There it goes. Yeah, you're about to get a lot of heavy rain there, unfortunately. And also looking at the areas that have been impacted by rain repeatedly, it's not a good thing to see a big old blob of rain moving into north lower Michigan tonight. That's not a good situation there. I know models suggested about a half inch to an inch between now and the morning. We got super chats flying in now, Joel. We got John says, "Thank you for all you do. Genuinely help my storm anxiety. Appreciate you all. Do you expect any severe in Marshall area, Calhoun? I would not let your guard down in Calhoun, but I think the threat is a little higher to your west, closer to Lake Michigan. But still, Calhoun's still in a little bit of a close proximity that I wouldn't let your guard down. But like I said, I think the threat is much higher off to your west."
We got a special weather statement now coming in for Ottawa County.
Okay.
50-mile-per-hour winds.
All right. Do I have SPSs on mine? I should. I do. Wait for it to pop in.
I didn't hear it. As I say, it hasn't come up on our bar yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard it either. Another super chat coming in from Mary says, "Thank you, MSC. You guys are the best for us in Michigan. Truly appreciate you all." Thank you, Mary. Appreciate your super chat, your support. We are happy to do what we do, and we are glad that you guys enjoy it and also find it helpful. It is what we're here for.
You got Rhonda's right about Cadillac.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
There's yes.
There it is.
Coming in. Also, looking at the IWX radar, the convergence line on that cell, or the convergence, looks like there's some rotation on it, actually, as it moves off toward Van Buren and Allegan counties. You seeing
Look
that?
at the graphic posted. Yes, I do see that.
We're talking right here where the greens are meeting the reds. That's tracking generally for northern Berrien County and western Van Buren. If that continues on its trek, it may go a little bit further north than that. We'll have to see, but we're going to watch that closely. Again, there is enough instability in these bottom two tiers of counties for a potential tornado. The further north we get, though, the less instability we have. So if this can stand the lake and go further north up toward Allegan, I think the chances it produces a tornado are much lower than if it comes on shore here in Van Buren or Berrien counties. Let's hope it goes north more than it goes east here. Dougie with a super chat says, we're under a tornado watch in Niles. Yes, you are. Two counties, Berrien and Cass, are underneath that watch. Those are the only counties currently in that watch, but we could see severe weather in the very close proximity. For example, Van Buren, Allegan, Kalamazoo, or St. Joseph counties. We still could see severe outside the watch with this line. There is just enough fuel for these storms to maintain some strength, so it is not time to let your guard down just yet. About to pull out my 2-panel here, Joel, at this point.
It's probably a good idea. I have mine also on right now.
I'll make my 4-panel setup just in case I need it. There we go. So what you guys are looking at, two main radars that we usually... There we go. Two main radars we usually use are going to be on the left side, your rain, basically showing us where the heavier hail cores could be and where the storms are. Right side's your wind velocity. Reds are going away from the radar site. Greens are going toward the radar site. New severe coming in, though. Looks like it was for Allegan County, at least. I saw the Allegan part of it.
Yep, Allegan and Van Buren, the entirety of both counties.
Okay. I did not see a possible tornado tag on that. Am I correct on it?
You're correct.
Okay. So 60-mile-per-hour winds, all of Allegan, all of Van Buren counties for the severe storm, anticipating to move in. We're looking at that area of rotation offshore, but aside from the rotation, there is a chance for some gusty winds as it moves on to land here. There's your new warning coming in.
It's a really good idea they're putting this out ahead of time because, again, this line of storms is still probably 15 to 25 nautical miles offshore right now. So definitely a good heads up. If you're in Allegan, Van Buren County right now, you probably should be getting out of bed, getting ready to take shelter. But this line of storms right now is still off on the lake, as you can see here on Ryan's radar.
Also, just to note, we've been live for a half hour, just crossed a half-hour mark for Berrien County, and the storms that are about to impact are still about a county
Still not
away.
in there.
So they are issuing these warnings well out in advance to get people prepared. And it's valid tonight for this line because it is holding its strength quite well. It will weaken eventually. We promise you that. But right now, this is still concerning. In fact, I would say it's actually already weakened across North Indiana, Joel. I'm not sure if you agree with that or not. Looking at the velocity here, I'm not seeing too many significant wind gusts, or too many notches anymore in there in Northwest Indiana. I see that one up by Valparaiso, Westville area, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think my SRV is broken on this. It's not moving. My computer's just broken this week, apparently. Losing internet, losing graphics. It's so weird. All right, just tuning in. We have severe warnings were just issued for Allegan County as well as Van Buren. It's going to be a yellow box up here. Your hazard is only 60-mile-per-hour winds, but we are tracking an area of rotation that is over Lake Michigan at the current time. A couple areas of rotation, actually. The greens and reds meeting together. It bears close watching. This is heading up in a general direction of Covert and South Haven on its current tracks. So don't let your guard down up there in the western part of Van Buren and the southwest part of Allegan County for this cell that's moving up your direction. Wind to 60 is your primary concern, but do not rule out a tornado just yet. Watching this notching very closely as it's moving up into Berrien County very soon. This is going to be just west of Westville. This could be a little bit of a bookend vortex feature going on here on this on this line here, which is indicative of some rotation.
I would also tell you here, Ryan, that Sydney is live. So if you want to bring her up top right,
Gotcha.
she is in the LaPorte, Indiana area right now. So she's behind our Berrien County severe thunderstorm warning. Also, still continuing to monitor our shear line to the north. So it's just a basic general area of gusty winds here. Two areas where the notching is trying to get its act together, not necessarily is. Watching right now just to the southwest of White Cloud, in between White Cloud and Morley. That's one of them right now. Number two, there's an area with emerging cells right now coming up about 5 miles west of US 131 to the west of Howard City in Sand Lake. So a couple of notches there. Currently bear watching. Again, we've seen this many times in Michigan before where, the dynamics or something may be lacking, but you get just enough wind shear and just enough in just the right location, you could see a quick little spin up. And again, we do have winds that are running north-south right alongside each other here tonight. And so if at any point they can just kind of notch in on each other, we could see a very quick spin up across West Michigan. Right now, there is no warnings to the north of Grand Rapids. All the warnings right now are south of Grand Rapids. Again, Van Buren, Allegan just got a severe thunderstorm warning for the storms coming in off the lake. We are also watching Berrien County right now, very southwest corner of Berrien County, where it does look like there's a decent amount of wind moving in towards LaPorte.
Have a super chat from Gas Reacts, says 3 cheers for the upcoming severe weather break after tonight. I agree. I know Joel's gonna appreciate his weekend off. I'm working this weekend though, but
yeah, I hope you guys realize I'm sleeping in like 12 hours tomorrow. Oh, I won't even apologize for that.
I don't blame you at all. It has been a week here in Michigan, and it's been very very exhausting. But we're here for.
And I will add, if I see snowflakes tomorrow, I'm just going to nap it off. I'm just going to take more time to sleep.
Yes, there is a chance for snowflakes for those of you tuning in here. We may see some snow showers tomorrow, but no worries. No accumulation expected. Just some general white flakes falling from the sky. Mm-hmm. The Relaxed Gamer with a super chat. You think they'll stay severe toward Hillsdale? There is a low chance they could. I don't really think our concern is very high that far east. They should weaken by the time they get to you. So I'm going to say very low chance. Got Codes Army in Berrien County, Stevensville. Thank y'all. No problem, Cody. Or I'm going to say probably Cody is your name. Codes or Cody, one of the two. But appreciate your super chat there. Believe I got them all now.
Also, shout out to Jody for becoming an EF0 member as well.
Oh, we got one here. We got Mindy saying prediction for Coldwater. The same thing really applies, I think, for Coldwater than it does Hillsdale. The further east you go, the less chance for severe you're going to have. The cutoff point, I think, is going to be St. Joseph and Kalamazoo County. I could be wrong on that, though, but I think the threat is much less the further east you go. I wouldn't be too concerned if you're that far east. We do have chasers out. We have Evan and Sydney, as well. Evan and Drew are paired up together. Sydney is also in the top right there. I'm not sure if Evan and Drew are chasing or if they're going home. They chased all day out in Wisconsin and Illinois, so I'm not sure if they're sticking around or if they're going to head back home after a successful chase out there.
There are very few. There's a couple, but there's very few in nature. A couple of power just coming in to the north of Grand Rapids right now. Very low amount of people involved, but again, it does go to show you that there does appear to be at least a little bit of wind mixing down to the surface. Again, north of Grand Rapids, along US 131, from really Big Rapids south towards eventually Stanwood, Morley, Howard City, Sand Lake, Cedar Springs. That entire stretch there, pretty much from Grand Rapids up to Big Rapids. Again, on my radar. And again, Ryan. I still am currently monitoring the Grand Rapids radar behind the scenes. There's a little bit of notching still trying to go on up and down the line, but again, we're kind of waiting and seeing to see what's going on up there. So
Copy. The area of rotation we were looking at back a few scans ago here near Westville, Indiana. Tracking that up closer to Berrien. It's still there, but it's very, very broad in nature. It's going to impact areas like Three Oaks, New Buffalo, and Galion will be the first up to get it. But again, I don't see much that suggests it's going to tighten up immediately. But still, this is on the it's on the right spot, so to speak, of the line for a spin-up tornado as it moves up into LaPorte County and eventually here into Berrien. Regardless, this line is carrying those brighter greens, which does indicate the winds here are roughly right around 55 or so miles per hour, close to 60, which is your severe limit. 58 to be exact is your severe limit. So it's getting pretty close to that at very least. Could be a notch down here by Wanata. A little bit of something there. In fact, that kind of increased their last scan. Yeah, check that out, Joel. That's a notch if I've ever seen one right there.
Mm-hmm.
Just north of Wanata. That's a classic QLCS notch. Back up here to Lake Michigan, we're going to take a peek on the waters here. There's still some areas of rotation. It's kind of turning into more of a convergence line at this point. If you see any damage reports, Joel, behind the scenes, I can relay that if you can communicate that to me.
Yep.
Just let me know. Got a couple cells now on the shore of Berrien. These are the initial pop-up cells. The line that we're concerned about is down here in LaPorte County. And we're concerned for Allegan and Van Buren for this where it's on the lake right here. So we have two areas to watch, none of which are immediately close to moving on land. Probably next 5 or so minutes for northern Berrien County, I have to imagine. And then southern Berrien County for that line moving up from LaPorte County is about to impact you guys down there in the southern part of the county. It's crazy. I've been live for 40 minutes talking about storms that have yet to impact the actual state of Michigan.
And they've been severe this entire time.
Yep.
Yeah, the severe thunderstorm warning for Van Buren and Allegan County, Ryan, is still in effect for another hour 14. So we're going to be live for at least another hour 14.
Yeah.
Because this line is still on the lake.
We are not going anywhere. Don't worry.
That's correct.
This is going to be a dumb question, but I'm sure somebody in chat can answer it. It says we're live on Instagram. I can't find it anywhere. How do we get to our live stream? It's not on our channel.
I see it.
I don't. You see it?
Yeah, I can confirm it.
Okay, I am not seeing anything. Everything is broken on my end this week, I swear. Everything. All right, we have a tornado warning incoming for LaPorte County, Indiana, which is a county just south of the border. That grabs my attention because those are heading up our way.
Yep.
Let's wait for the polygon to pop in. They're going to issue the southern part of that line. We talked about that QLCS notch I told Joel about 2-3 minutes ago. And that's going to be your area of interest here, heading toward Kingsford Heights and Kingsbury in LaPorte, Indiana. Again, that's going to be an area of QLCS rotation. It doesn't appear that tight, but I think this radar here is a bit better to look. We're looking at this area right here. The dark greens are meeting the brighter greens. Very classic QLCS notch. We're also watching the northern part of this line, too. Not very defined at this moment, but it was earlier. So, we have a gifted membership, looks like, from Nimrod Diaries. Appreciate you, Nimrod, for that gift to membership. And thank you. Welcome to the team, those you just got gifted. Joel, was that live stream on Instagram? Was it landscape or was that portrait?
You can see the full thing.
You can see the full thing?
Yep.
Perfect.
Right. How many of the do you get some of the last couple of super chats here? Some of the
I believe I
$5
got
ones?
them all.
Okay. Dan and Locke.
Oh, no, I didn't. Dan, I did not.
and Loch Quach.
Nope, didn't get those. I missed them.
First shout out, Jody, $2 super chat. Loch, it's never storms bad here in St. Ignace. How does the Straits of Mackinac destroy most storms? They always fall apart when they get here. A lot of cold, stable air in the Straits area. That'll usually do it. And also, it's cold pretty much almost year round up there. Again, during the summer you get your 1 or 2 months, and you guys can think back to that. I think there's like 2015 was the biggest day up there in the Straits area. So you guys definitely had your fair share of weather, but most of the weather, again, further south because it's often obviously more unstable further south of Michigan. And Dan said, you guys have earned a week of nonstop slumber. Thank you much for the time and work you put in. No problem. Thank you very much, Dan. And as I mentioned, I'm going to sleep hopefully a long time tomorrow.
We got Jeremy with 5 gift memberships that came in as well. Thank you, Jeremy.
Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, we're kind of just waiting and seeing what these storms do as they roll into Michigan. Currently, right now, again, 2 severe thunderstorm warnings for 3 different counties in effect. But all of the storms are still offshore or out of state. Again, very southwest portion of Berrien County, just starting to get some of those scattered storms that may be severe in nature. But I think the main concern is just off to the south of that tornado warning.
I think the main concern here needs to be what's heading up our direction. There's also, I'm watching some areas perhaps of some notching trying to develop on the north end of that complex. If they were to issue one, this warning would likely go into Berrien County. I would go ahead and just for those of you watching in Berrien County, you do have some signs that this line may tighten up into rotation. I would not be shocked if this does tighten further and they do issue a warning for Berrien County. So with that being said, if you're in southern Berrien County, I would be prepared and ready to go to your safe place in the event one is issued for your location. New statement coming in, I see for Kent County. It looks like they're talking about the outflow boundary, if I read that correctly.
I'd have to check.
For some reason,
yes,
they don't have statements
outflow
on this.
boundary will impact portions of Kent County through 1 a.m.
What is the wind on
that? 40.
Okay. From Sand Lake to Cedar Springs to Rockford down to Northview, just west of Metro Grand Rapids in Wyoming. There's a gust front here that's moving across the county. You can kind of see it. There you go. You can kind of see that greens and red kind of color change here. That's your gust front. And they're saying that winds along it and ahead of it could be roughly 40 miles per hour as it moves through Kent County. And if that continues into Ionia and parts of southern Montcalm. So keep that in mind if you live out ahead of that. Checking over the lake again, back over here, we have the line finally about to impact Berrien County. We'll see what it does, if anything. The camera in Berrien County is starting to light up with lightning. I wouldn't be shocked, Joel, if they went ahead and warned the other half of Berrien, perhaps all of Berrien, with this line moving in. If you're in Berrien County, I would definitely, you have basically a double whammy coming. You have this line that's heading off of Lake Michigan towards you, and then this line down here in Indiana pushing up your direction. Out of the two, I would say the line down here in Indiana is the most concerning immediately. But still, this is looking like a pretty potent looking line pushing up in from both Lake Michigan and Indiana. So do me a favor, guys. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, we have over 4,000 of you guys watching, and we have a total of 700 likes. That's crazy. Hit the like button for us. As Joel always says, a like can go a long way. And if you know people who live in this threat area, feel free to send them the stream or share it with them. The more people we reach with our streams, the better off we're going to be. The more people we can inform, the safer we're going to be, is what I'm trying to say. So help us out. Press the like button. It pushes it out in the algorithm of other people who may not know we are live or there's a threat tonight.
Some reports from the other side of the lake, it looks like as this line moved on to Lake Michigan, Navy Pier, Chicago, gusted to 64 confirmed. Midway Airport, Chicago, had a gust of 53. Also, a handful of semis were tipped on I-39 in Illinois and I-57 corridor as well. That's a report from one of our meteorologists in West Michigan, Bill Steffen.
Oh, really? Good old Bill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Feel free to move the radar up just a tad, just to show off some of the other cells there. Heading into Allegan and Van Buren County. Again, still watching some winds starting to move up towards the St. Joseph area, actually, right now. It could be gusty there, even though, as we said, that northern half of Berrien County, not in that severe warning yet. Have me up.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Also, again, that special weather statement's in effect. I don't know if you guys can really see it, the quality here. Let's see, what would be the best for that outflow boundary is a good question. It's really hard to see on radar, but there's a green line. If you follow my mouse here, it runs from the Fenville, Hamilton area all the way up through downtown Grand Rapids, where it's arriving right now, through Rockford, Northview, all the way up here towards Cedar Springs and Sand Lake. This green line here is your outflow boundary, which again comes from these thunderstorms. And ultimately what it is just a wind or a patch of wind moving through the area. And right now, Kent County, you've got it for your neck of the woods, 40-mile-per-hour winds possible here in Kent County. But again, no severe warning in effect for Ottawa or Kent. Those are just special weather statements, which are a step below a severe thunderstorm warning. It would be very difficult to get storms that would move in from the east. You'd have to have a low pressure system, a very strong low pressure system that would be to the south of us, and storms are actually moving around. A low pressure system spins counterclockwise here in the United States. We'd have to have storms that are rotating up around the north half of the low pressure system into the state, and we've had that a couple times. I remember there was the remnants of Tropical Storm Cristobal, actually, in I think it was 2020, came into Michigan, and we had the northeast side of Cristobal, pre or post Tropical Depression Cristobal, moved in, and cells actually fired up and moved in from kind of the southeast across the state. So it's very rare, but it does happen every once in a while in the state of Michigan. We just here in the United States, we get those westerlies, again, the winds move from west to east across the United States, and that's why all our systems come from the west.
Joel, I want to turn your attention down to New Buffalo, just south of there. Watching an area of like a bookend vortex trying to curve in on itself down in that general region, about to move up into Michigan. Take my screen back. They're going to issue a new warning now for, I'm assuming, all of Cass and all of Berrien. They're going to go 60-mile-per-hour gusts as your main hazard. I'll go ahead and take my screen. We're looking at this area down here in the Michigan City area. And the reason I'm more concerned about this is because when you have these lines that kind of curve back like a backward C shape, on the northern edge of these, sometimes you can get some rotation. There appears to be something trying to take shape up there. Perhaps we'll have to keep a close eye on that. But looking at that a little bit more closely here as it moves up into New Buffalo and Three Oaks areas. Waiting for the new warning to come in here. Looks like all of Cass, all of Berrien. We'll have to see what they do here. Wait for the yellow polygon to pop on my screen.
Looks like Western Cass.
Okay, so Western Cass, probably half of the Cass County and all of Berrien. I did not see anything besides wind on that warning, and that seemed to be a pretty valid warning there. We mentioned a few minutes ago that they're probably going to issue a warning there for Berrien. Still watching that southern part down here just east of Michigan City as that moves up toward Three Oaks. I just don't like the way that looks.
Yeah, at the very least, some strong gusty winds of probably 60 mile per hour mixing in there.
Right.
It's that Boeing shape to it either way.
Yeah, you can see on the SRV that it's definitely gusty. I like that we're in rapid scan tonight, though. Marquette earlier was in like 4 or 5 minute scans. It was driving me nuts. Now we're in 1 minute scans, so. All right, back to a one panel for now. take a peek at the Coloma camera. Pull that up. I'll share your screen here. This is courtesy of Bluestone Defense. It is quite the lightning show out there. This is facing to the southwest in Coloma, which is north side of Berrien County, just for reference. Probably looking at this cell. There's good old Coloma. Looking at all that lightning coming in. Further north as well, take a peek up there. I know Joel's monitoring it, but we'll go ahead and show you guys up here. Looking at the northern part, if you're really north of Grand Rapids tonight, I don't think your severe threat is too high. There's a line, though, Joel, off of Lake Michigan moving up toward Holland that has a lot of
I just saw that. Starting to gust straight to the north.
So if you're in Ottawa County, that is definitely worth monitoring. This is on radar. Looks like it's showing 55 mile per hour winds in some spots here, 57 there. So we're getting close to severe criteria. That's moving up toward our cameras in Holland. So we'll keep a close eye on the bushers and as well as the auto body experts cameras, as those are out ahead of this. I'm going to restart the camera software because it is driving me nuts lagging. Let's hope that fixes it. I want to take a look at the Holland cam actually because it's getting fairly close. One thing to mention that too, Joel, is outflow boundary. It's past these storms, so it's going to move into a more stable environment as it moves on to onto land there. So we'll see if those winds can hold together for too long.
Looking at also just mezzo behind the scenes in terms of what the environment currently looks like across our northern half of the action right now. So that'd be up towards Mecosta and Osceola counties, where we're watching a line of converging winds. I currently have it on my radar here. Again, you can see the reds and the greens going back and forth. Oops, I'll go back to storm relatives. It shows it off better here. But you have the reds and the greens kind of doing this motion, kind of going side by side to each other here, running up and down the line. But again, it looks like right now, again, with the notching that we were watching, not a whole lot going on. And mesoanalysis right now, by the way, which is our weather cheat codes that we look at behind the scenes, shows us that right now these storms are very elevated. There's a kind of actually huge cap out there, zero surface cape. So these storms really don't have much to work with in terms of becoming surface-based. But again, still a decent amount of shear out there tonight. So gusty winds, absolutely still possible.
There we go. Finally got that sorted out. This is facing west out of Holland, and it's currently frozen. Love that. There we go. Flood warning for Baraga, Houghton, Iron Marquette. Cool. Off to the center left of your screen.
Doing some cross-referencing real quick. Keep an eye on the cell by St. Joseph. Just a heads up there, Ryan.
People are saying I'm quiet in comparison to you, so I'm going to raise my volume up or lower yours, one of the two. I'll come to lower yours just a bit. You said St. Joseph as in Michigan or St. Joseph as in Indiana?
Yep. St. Joseph, Michigan. Just watching it really closely right now. From the Grand Rapids radar, because I have the Grand Rapids radar up, upper levels of the atmosphere starting to come together in terms of the wind.
Okay.
Looks like it's trying to become an elevated mezzo there, south side. So just north of St. Joseph, heading up towards Pawpaw Lake.
All
so
right,
right towards our Coloma, kind of in the vicinity of our Coloma cam. It looks better from the Grand Rapids radar right now. Again, it looks like it's still kind of getting its act together, but it does bear watching there, just north of St. Joseph.
Okay, gotcha. How does this sound, guys? Let me know if this is any better. We're missing super chats now, unfortunately. See Red Dozer with a $50 super chat says, I'm so tired I can't see straight. I don't know how you guys do it. We're cranking over here. We are wide awake, bushy-tailed, wide-eyed, bushy-tailed. We are ready to go.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Mary C, becoming EF1 member. Also, Gas Reacts with $5 super chat. Do you foresee Kent County getting anything other than 40-mile-per-hour winds? It's possible with this line that's advancing up to the north, but it's kind of a wait-and-see game. Josh Travis, $2 super chat. Just wondering which way is this headed? It's off to the northeast. And thank you guys both for super chats. Motown Mimi, back for month number 1, saying it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Motown. Kenzie W joined the team as an EF1 member, and Motown Mimi also sending a $9.99 super chat. Thank you guys very much.
Appreciate y'all.
As a reminder, again, that severe thunderstorm warning for Berrien and Cass County does have that tornado possible tag on it right now, but the main hazard is 60-mile-per-hour winds. Also, it almost looks like it's trying to get a hail core on it for once.
Yeah, I see that too.
Oh, yeah. Hail core up to about 22,000 feet on that.
Speaking of that Coloma cam, I have it pulled up behind the scenes watching it. This area of what Joel mentioned near St. Joseph will be moving in very close, if not just north of the camera. And it should pass fairly close. Again, thank you to Bluestone Defense for this camera view in Berrien County. I think we're looking at the area of interest there behind the trees, Joel. Left side of your screen.
Left or right side?
I can't tell. Might be a center screen at this point. I'm trying to figure out the bearings of this.
Well, we're looking south.
Southwest.
Southwest, yeah. That's the line right there for sure.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of like a shelf in nature. I'll see if I can upgrade the quality on this a little bit. That's actually a pretty good view. Full screen this.
Yep.
There we go. Check out the Rolling Prairie to Three Oaks area on the Indiana-Michigan border, Joel. Let me know what you think about that. There's two areas there. Looks like it's about to converge on itself near Galleon.
I think it's 2 syllables, Ryan. Galen.
Galen.
Yeah. Or Gulleen. That's what I saw in chat, and I remember it from last year.
I do
It
too.
kind of stuck with me.
I'm about to pull out the pronunciation guide.
Yeah. That's definitely worth watching for sure. It's right in that kink.
It's
the
if you look at the
northernmost
velocity, it's about to converge on itself.
Yeah, we're going to get updated velocity scan in just a second.
I just got it. I think it's still worth monitoring too.
Okay. Feel free to switch back to
Gulleen.
radar as well.
Gulleen.
It's
You can hear that.
You can hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I forgot I'm hosting tonight, so my audio's coming through.
It's like,
That
who
is
is this
wild.
mysterious person? Yeah.
Wild. So you're probably hearing the alerts come in twice because I have the warn gen pulled up. So you're probably hearing the warning bar and the warn gen at the same time too.
Who is this
Crazy.
mysterious person?
All right, looks like the storm is past the Coloma cam. I'm going to pull up the Berrien Springs cams again as the storm progresses into Berrien County further. Take a peek at this, courtesy of Sent to Serve LLC. I'm also going to keep a close eye on the Niles cam because they'll be moving up that direction too. But before we dive too far in the cameras, we're watching this area down here. But these two areas, one near Three Oaks and also one that's moving up from Rolling Prairie. The area here toward Galeen is about to, not about to do anything, but might be about to merge just a little bit on the converging aspect of things. So we're going to watch it carefully. We'll keep a close eye on it and back out to the south here. This line in North Indiana and St. Joseph County continues to show signs of rotation. In fact, the latest scan here, Joel, just west of Crumstown near Liddick and New Carlisle. Two areas here, one near North Liberty as well. If they warn this, that might extend up into Cass and
Michigan.
Berrien. Yeah. We'll watch these two very closely. And if you are up in Michigan in the Cass County area near Edwardsburg, over toward Bertrand, anywhere in this vicinity along US 12 in Cass and St. Joseph counties, this is classic QLCS spin up notching that we're seeing here along this area. We're watching this area just west and a bit north of Crumstown, this area down here by North Liberty. We'll see what they do with that. Also watching a couple areas further north as well, not as intense as what's a couple miles to the south there, but that's also worth watching here too. Zooming out, taking a peek back up here at South Haven as well as Allegan areas, there continue to be under a warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds. The good news is I don't see anything overly concerning along that line of velocity. I don't know if you want to disagree with me, Joel. I'll take a peek at the Grand Rapids radar real quick. Probably my problem there. There it is. Here's your wind.
Could be gusty going into Holland. It's very close to Holland. It's actually a scan away now.
We'll see if they warn Ottawa. I'm kind of curious if they will or not. It's kind of borderline. If I can find the Holland count, I'll pull it up here.
Thing to remember about, it's probably a good, maybe a good shelf cloud in there. Good thing to remember about Holland here is right now these are winds at 2,600 feet off the ground. So it's still about a half mile off the ground, 2,600 feet, and I'm seeing 53.7 miles per hour. So that would still be below severe, but nonetheless, again, special weather statement does continue for Ottawa and Kent counties for winds of 40 at the current time.
Your view there at Busher Septic Tank Excavating in Holland facing west. Not really anything of note just yet, although this is on the east side of town. So we'll have to wait a little bit longer to get a view on that. But we're looking at this brighter green color. This is winds, as Joel mentioned, about 2,500 feet off the ground, moving into Holland, Douglas, perhaps up as far as the Grand Haven area. We do have a camera down here in Douglas at the Rosemont Inn. Let's take a look at that real quick, if we can. There we go.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
I was about to say, focus attention back south there for that, but let's go ahead and take a peek real quick before we do at Douglas at the Rosemont Inn. Okay, thank you. This is going to be facing west toward Lake Michigan, right on the lake there. So we'll watch that a little carefully behind the scenes. I'll keep a close eye on that, but it's about to be impacted by the gustiest of winds. Now, new warning incoming. We just got done talking about this area of rotation, two couplets down here, and they did went ahead and warn the Niles area, looks like, as well as Edwardsburg, because those couplets were forming. Again, good call there from North Indiana offices. That is a very good warning. And as you can see here, actually, Joel, concerning rotation now heading up into Liddick. This is be heading up toward Bertrand, Michigan. This is going to be heading toward Bertrand. So if you are anywhere along the US 12 corridor from Bertrand to Edwardsburg, you need to be in your safe place right now. If you're at Edwardsburg as well, any place between Niles, Edwardsburg, Bertrand area, basement, interior closet, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Obviously, your basement's your preferred choice. If you don't have a basement, the closet is a great choice as well. We're going to go 2-panel on this, tracked for debris. If we're going to look for anything on the right side of your screen, we're looking for a circular ball of blue or yellow that pops up that correlates with the velocity on the left side of your screen. Right now, not seeing anything here on the ground, but that is also can change very quickly here. 2 areas of rotation. One up here is most concerning, where this green and red are coming together. Other one down here near North Liberty. This is still in Indiana for reference, but we're very close to the Michigan border. It's moving up into that toward that area here fairly quickly, and it's going to move in toward Niles as well as Eversburg. Joel, I do not like that at all. That could be on the ground at any minute here, just south of Lydic. I'm going to take up Sydney here. I'm not sure where Sydney's at with this. We'll pull up her location. She is in Sawyer. Just for reference there. This is, again, Indiana side of things. We're probably about 3 miles away from the Michigan border here. I want to stress again, if you are in the southeast corner of Berrien County or the very far southwest corner of Cass County, you need to be in your safe place right now. This red polygon, I'll go ahead and take a one panel look at this. This red polygon that extends up just north of Edwardsburg, up just north of Niles, down to Buchanan, down to Bertrand. You guys need to be in your safe place right now. This is an area of increasing rotation. This would not shock me if there's something on the ground right now with this as it moves up that direction. This is looking like it's strengthening as well the past couple of scans. It is not looking good. Yeah, look at the rotation on the en route. That is increasing further. I don't like that at all. Back to the 2 panel. So right side of your screen again is your debris tracker. We're looking for anything like a circular ball that pops up. That would indicate there could be some debris that is being lofted, meaning that there is a tornado on the ground. So we're going to wait for the next scan here coming in. Should be any minute. Also watching an area of rotation per Grand Rapids NWS in Berrien County. Looks like there's a lot of areas here. This is a general shear line to keep a close eye on with Berrien County. Most intense, though, is down here, just south of the Michigan border, moving up toward the Bertrand area. That latest scan increased further. I don't like that one bit.
They're continuing the severe thunderstorm warning as well. Tornado possible, obviously.
Right.
They have trimmed the far southwest corner of Berrien County from that severe thunderstorm warning. So very southwest corner of Berrien County, you guys are in the clear. That's only the southwest corner.
Copy. We are watching for a debris ball at this point.
That's very close.
Yeah, new scan came in for the debris, but not for the velocity just yet. Running behind on that. If you have it, let me know and I can take you, but I'm not sure if this is loading or what's going on with this.
I'm still watching the Grand Rapids radar right now.
Okay, I got you. I'm going to update my vector
Specifically,
on this.
Yep, go for it.
235 at 45.
Yeah, if you know anybody, Niles, you need to tell everyone in Niles in Edwardsburg, again, it could shift to the right, especially if there's multiple couplets in here. Anyone in Niles, Bertrand, in Edwardsburg need to be underground, lowest floor of the building. Again, basement is preferred. Again, if not, first floor interior room, away from windows and exterior walls. If you don't have any interior rooms, then a bathroom, bathtub. Cover yourself with as many layers as possible. A helmet, a blanket, a mattress. Again, the more the merrier. And again, make sure when you are going to shelter, make sure to put on shoes and bring only the valuables that you think you need. But again, if you are out of time, you need to be taking shelter right now. Again, this is going to be heading up towards the Bertrand Road area, towards Bertrand and Portage. Again, Niles, Bertrand, and Edwardsburg are all up first with a very, very tight couplet of rotation here. That would not be surprised if it touches down here in a second or two. It's a very strong sign of a quick tornado genesis is what we said here.
This is going to be directly over... Sorry.
Go ahead.
Directly over Chain O Lakes, just north of Lydic, about to cross the 8090 interstate. as well as the 31 interchange. And it's going to move up toward Bertrand along US 12. US Highway 31 near Bertrand Road into Bertrand, as well as the M51 corridor looking out ahead of this as well. Bertrand Road, there's a Walmart Supercenter in the path of this, as well as a couple of hotels. Bertrand looks quite populated. So this is not a good situation here as it moves up this general direction. New scan coming in. Continues the rotation. I do not see... It's kind of tighter now, actually. Looks like it got a little bit tighter. This is going to be moving up very close to state line now, and it's going to be crossing very close to Bertrand. So if you are in Bertrand, you need to be underground like immediately right now. This is your final last call before this impacts you, and let's hope it doesn't touch down and hope it's not on the ground right now. But this is a very intense signature. Left side of your screen, the reds are going away from the radar and the greens are going toward the radar, and they meet. They have rotation here. The right side of your screen looking for debris being lofted. Right now, not seeing any, but we've had these tornadoes in the state and in the region before where we don't see a debris ball, but there is something still on the ground. So treat this as it is on the ground. Even though we can't confirm that via radar, it still could definitely be down on the ground right now. If it was down right now, it'd be on the interstate of 8090 just to the west of US 31. We're just going to be crossing Brick Road and Orange Road. This is still Indiana areas. We're about a mile from the state line at this point. Looking at Adams Road and Mayflower Road, as well as Orange Road along the US 31 corridor. Mayflower Road at the Bertrand Road. It's going to be where it's crossing very closely. Bertrand and Portage Road, as well as Bertrand and Cop Road. Yeah,
so Ryan, I do have on GR2 all of the individual roads showing for the Michigan side of the border. So if people can figure out what their maybe geography looks like in their area for the roads, again, I do have them on here. Again, couple it right now, as Ryan has mentioned, it still continues right here where the reds and greens are coming together on your radar. Again, US 31 is this orange line you see running up and down here. It's going to be passing very close to Mayflower Road. It's kind of in this little square mile of Mayflower, Bertrand, and Portage. Ryan also mentioned if it does wobble a little bit left, Orange Road. Again, Portage Road north of Bertrand Road also in the way. And eventually, if it does once it does wander over to the east a little bit, Weaver Road, just Bertrand in general. Again, Niles Bertrand area, you guys need to be underground right now, lowest floor of the building if you don't have a basement. Again, if you're in a mobile home, outdoors, seek shelter into the sturdiest structure as soon as possible. Again, tornado warning in effect here in Berrien County in the far southwestern corner of Cass County. It's not all of Cass County, but it is Edwardsburg. So if you're in Edwardsburg, you also need to be taking shelter. And again, it's not just this little notch here. There's also, Brian, I don't know if you noticed, but tiny little notches also near and entering South Bend as well. And again, if you know anybody in South Bend, that's a huge population center there. You got Notre Dame. Again, about 3 or 4 different individual notches here up and down the line. But the main one right now is heading for Niles and Bertrand. Wait for our Niles camera too.
Yeah, I got the Niles camera pulled up. I got it pulled up,
really
watching
close.
it behind the scenes. I got a report behind the scenes of a spotter report of a strong rotating wall cloud as it progressed just west of South Bend 4 minutes ago. That's going to be the rotation heading up into Bertrand. So we do have confirmation now behind the scenes of a wall cloud that is strongly rotating here on this cell. So it is trying to produce a tornado, if not has produced one. Right now, we're not seeing that debris product that's showing us the debris ball on the ground, but we do have reports that everything is lining up that there could be one here at any time. This is now moving on the state line into Bertrand in a matter of minutes, matter of seconds is what I meant to say there. It's on the state line here. It's going to be crossing. It appears to be Adams Road. No, Sydney. Crossing. Got a subdivision here, Arbor Point Drive, Amber Valley Drive, as well as J Lane. That general regions where that rotation is under right now. This is heading directly into western Bertrand. I'm gonna pop my headphones in. Bear with us, guys. We're getting ourselves set up here. There we we go.
Center of the rotation is right now going to be on Portage Road near Bertrand Road, the main area of focus that we're looking at.
I do have the Niles cam pulled up behind the scenes. I am monitoring it. Take a peek at it right now. This is facing to the northwest. So unfortunately, we can't tilt it to the south to look at this coming up, but it's going to pass very close, if not just behind the camera here. But we can get a good look at what the winds are doing, et cetera, et cetera. Rotation does continue. Like I said, it's on the state line. It continues up into Bertrand here. It's going to cross in the western edge of Bertrand and go on the north side of town. It's going to probably cross US 12 at or near M51 and US 12. And this is going to head very closely and follow very closely along M60 toward Cassopolis and Edwardsburg, but it continues its trek. Also, we need to watch very closely the Mishawaka camera. The Mishawaka camera has rotation on a wall cloud that is looking like it's going to head up to our direction as well if that continues on that notch there south of South Bend. We actually have the Mishawaka camera here, courtesy of Horner Roofing and Siding, looking directly at the area of interest. This is going to be looking probably on the south side of the screen here. Looks like a shelf cloud at very least, but there is some rotation within that line to keep a close eye on. And that would progress further north and eventually impact areas east of Edwardsburg if that continues.
Got a radar update. Oh,
what?
I got a radar update posted on the page.
Okay, cool. I will say last couple of scans on the Bertrand storm, it has broadened out just a little bit. It was more intense back down here, but still you can tell the greens and reds are still coming together, so the threat is not over by any means. But it was not, it is not showing it was stronger about 5 to 10 minutes ago is what I'm trying to say here. Still continues over Bertrand. Yeah, the center rotation is basically in town right now.
Right to the north, we also have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for all of Allegan, all of Van Buren counties. These are just for 60-mile-per-hour winds at the current time. They do not have a tornado possible tag with them, but we are also monitoring a little bit of kinkiness inside the line of storm where these winds are kind of, instead of running parallel to each other, kind of notch in on each other. And when they notch in like that, again, you could get a quick little spin-up tornado. Again, like we've seen multiple times in the past here in Michigan. It's not uncommon by any means. But again, a night like tonight, we got to keep our eyes and ears about for tornado warnings. And again, we do have one right now down there with where notching is the most dominant in the Niles area. Again, also Edwardsburg, you need to be taking shelter now. You are also in that tornado warning. What you're looking at on Ryan's radar, left side is your precipitation, right side is your velocity, so it's your winds. Again, reds and greens, you don't want to see the reds and greens close together like that, especially if the colors are brighter in nature. And we see that right now directly over Bertrand, again, just outside of Niles, again, pretty much over our weather camera there, courtesy of, you have to remind me who that was.
That'd be Jessica Massey State Farm there in Niles. I had the camera pulled up here. We can pull it in. It is very windy. I'll give it that. This storm is quite windy. In fact, you can see the rain curtains just coming across the screen there. That is indicative that this storm is intense on the wind side of things. That flag on the right side of the screen is blowing.
Picking up.
Yeah, this is probably every bit of... This is definitely severe.
Yeah, at the very least, again, this is at least severe winds. If there's not a tornado in there, 60-mile-per-hour winds is the main hazard with this. Again, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Berrien County. 60-mile-per-hour winds, tornado possible, and of course, the tornado warning automatically replaces the severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect there. So again, if you're in Niles, Bertrand, and Edwardsburg, and you are just tuning in, you need to be underground right now. No time to delay. Take shelter, lowest floor of the building. Ultimately, a basement's going to be your best place, or a storm shelter if you have one.
Shout out to the Jessica Massey State Farm there for sponsoring this camera. Give us a pretty good look here during the winter, and it's giving us a good look here in severe weather season. The winds just shifted. You catch that, Joel?
A little bit, yeah.
They were blowing to the north east. Now it's more so blowing out of the west to the east. It appears to be calming down here, so we're going to take back the radar. Still tracking this area of rotation between Bertrand and Niles. Next up in line for this rotation, you need to be taking shelter downstream, is going to be areas along M60. We're talking, there's no towns in the area here, no townships. I see Daly, just north of M60, southwest of Cassopolis. Next major populated areas are going to be Cassopolis, Eagle Point area, Brownsville, and Calvin Center. You guys need to be in your safe place right now, or getting ready to at least. There's no warnings that far downstream. This is going to follow close along M60 between Niles and Bertrand. Joel, I'm going to back up the Niles cam really quick. If you want to take a lead here for a minute, I want to see if I can see anything coming in. I can get that.
The graphic.
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay. New severe thunderstorm warning coming in right now. Details are going to be rolling in here in just a second. This is going to be for Elkhart, St. Joseph, Kosciuszko, Eastern Marshall, Cass, Western St. Joseph, and Southeastern Berrien. So the Michigan counties are Cass, Western St. Joseph, and Southeastern Berrien until 1:45 a.m. These storms are moving northeast at 50 miles per hour, and the hazard here, 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, tornado possible. Again, very large severe thunderstorm warning coming in downstream, so it's now Cass and portions of St. Joseph County. Again, if you are in those counties now, tornado possible, 60-mile-per-hour winds as this line starts to advance towards the US 131 corridor. Center of rotation, you can see on the screen in the reds and the greens, is going to be just on the east side of Niles now. Center of rotation going right over M60 at the interchange of M60 and Yankee Street. You also have Gilbert Avenue, Wolf, other smaller streets here, Colquillard, and Lakeshore Drive. Again, all along the M60 corridor here. Again, M60 corridor has been pounded this year, and again, this is just another tornado warning for your area. Again, heading up towards Pine Street in M60 and Burnland Road near M60. So again, if you are in far southeastern Berrien County, the center of rotation for the strongest part of the storm is, as you can see on here, right to the east of Niles. So again, take shelter now if you're in this red box. Again, you guys will be able to get through it. Make sure you're taking shelter in a safe place that is sturdy in nature. And again, avoid windows and exterior walls at all costs. Again, Edwardsburg, you also need to be watching out. Right now, the main portion of rotation is just off to your west. As you can see here, I'm circling on radar with my mouse. But again, anywhere up and down this line does have the chance to produce those quick little notches. So at the current time, Edwardsburg, you are okay, but you are in that tornado warning, so you need to stay underground until this line is fully done and past you guys, which right now it is not even close. It is still about 4 minutes away from Edwardsburg. And again, we can see funky things happen in the matter of 4 minutes, especially since scans right now are 2 minutes apart. Tornadoes can spin up in 2 scans or less. So stay in shelter. You are in this red tornado warning box. Again, that is southeastern Berrien and southwestern Cass County in southwest Michigan. This is where the primary focal point is tonight. And as a reminder, up to the north, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Allegan and Van Buren counties until 1:30 a.m. This is for 60-mile-per-hour winds at the current time. No tornado risk as it stands for Van Buren and Allegan, but we are watching very, very closely because the same environment that is existing down here in Berrien County is also starting to leak up into southern Van Buren County as well.
Joel, take a look at Van Buren County, just east of Bangor. That's my attention right now.
Yeah. I was watching it from the Grand Rapids radar.
That's where I'm watching it from too, and it's got a little bit of a interesting look there the past couple of scans. New scan kind of broadened it out a bit, but if you go back to the 1259 skin, you can see what I was talking about.
Yeah. It's also it's on the very front edge of the storm, but again, we saw this with the Coldwater tornado actually this week. Again, it was in the very front of the storm, and it still produced EF1 damage down there. So even though it doesn't look the most impressive on radar, especially in Van Buren County, you do want to be mindful. Again, the environment is primed for both winds and an embedded tornado. Is that Ben?
Copy. That was Chandler.
Chandler, gotcha. Again, the good news right now is I'm not seeing anything in terms of debris being lofted. So we're hoping and praying that this rotation right now is all elevated in nature. Unless you see something different, Ryan.
No, I don't either. I'm looking at it right now off the Indiana radar, and I'm seeing some rotation just east of Niles there. It is heading up toward Cassopolis and Vandalia. So if you are downstream of this, we'll see if they issue another warning on it. But right now, the rotation has weakened out, but still is there. So take it seriously. But it doesn't really scream imminent, to me at least, right now.
Yeah. And more good news, this is the end of our week-long marathon of severe weather, at least.
Hallelujah.
Thank goodness. Yeah, this is it for the week. But again, right now it's still ongoing. And so again, right now, if you are in that red box you see on the screen, that's the tornado warning. Southeastern Berrien County and southwestern Cass. Again, when parts of the counties are in a warning, obviously some counties issue their sirens countywide. That doesn't mean you're in a tornado warning. The box you see on your screen denotes whether or not you are actually in that tornado warning. Sirens, again, they're fail-safe, but again, the red boxes you see on your screen are those tornado warnings. So right now, as you can see, if you're up towards Marcellus, Cassopolis, Vandalia, even over towards Jones, you're not technically in that red tornado warning box. However, you should still be on alert. And again, you're in a severe thunderstorm warning now, that orange box. You should be inside. Be ready to take action in case another tornado warning is issued here, probably within the next 2 minutes if they decide to continue it, because this rotation is now leaving that red tornado warning box. Just right there, if you guys are just tuning in, circling it with my mouse.
The good news here, the last couple of scans on the Edwardsburg cell, Cassopolis cell has weakened further.
And flipping back between a couple radar products here. Again, radar presentation, which is the intensity of the rain that's falling, is going to be this radar, your base reflectivity. So the hotter the reds, the heavier the rain that's falling. And inside of our base reflectivity radar, we're looking for where these little notches are. So if you want to get trained on radar yourself, first and foremost, good idea right now to maybe download a high definition radar app. Again, there's a couple good options out there, WeatherWise, Radar Scope, Radar Omega. Again, some of those do have subscriptions, but they're well worth it for HD radar data. You can see every little color on the screen is a pixel, and that pixel is raw data straight from the National Weather Service radars. Versus if you have a free radar app, it paints the picture well, but not well enough to where it's actually raw data. It kind of smothers it out and makes it these big conglomerates. So again, highly recommend to get a radar app. But again, with me, if you want to be taught on what to look for, is these little notches inside the line here. It kind of looks like even like a music note, I guess, in some cases. It's either a surge of wind in some cases, but also we talk about QLCS tornadoes, those quasi-linear convective system, brief little mesovortices that spin up within the line. Again, when these winds are running parallel to each other, they can often kind of latch on. Think of like tectonic plates where they kind of latch on and they snap. You get that little snap of wind that turns into rotation and ultimately a tiny little spin up. So that's kind of what we're seeing in the atmosphere out here tonight. Here, especially now leaving the tornado warning box, heading up towards Cassopolis and Dowagiac. So Dowagiac and Cassopolis, I would be taking shelter now, just in case. Again, no tornado warning in effect, but you are in severe thunderstorm warnings no matter what. And again, 60-mile-per-hour winds, nothing to sneeze at by any means. That could definitely bring down a couple trees, especially ones that are rotted in nature. And the soils right now are already super saturated, so it won't take long if you have some shallow roots in those trees out there. Yeah, still watching the Decatur area. Right now, it looks like clean air more than anything. But again, you guys are in a severe thunderstorm warning in Decatur right now, so you do want to be taking shelter. Again, 60-mile-per-hour winds possible. Again, this is Southwest Michigan. So if you know you're in Southwest Michigan, this is for you guys tonight. The risk is decreasing as we go on, but for the current time, we still have to talk about 60-mile-per-hour winds and potential tornadoes up and down this line. Right now, South Haven, Holland, Fenville, Bangor, Glen, Covert all have been trimmed from the severe thunderstorm warning. You can see that orange box on your screen. It continues for central and eastern Allegan County and central and eastern Van Buren County. Again, also still have severe thunderstorm warnings down here in Berrien, Cass, and obviously now western at St. Joseph County. It does include Constantine. Ryan, this batch rotation actually can be really close to our office or camera at our office, I would imagine.
Getting close to it, yeah. I guess that's my cue to get up the other cameras. Also, I have a view at some storms in Paw Paw as they progress in. Nice shelf cloud appears there, courtesy of Great Lakes Pondscapes. I will go ahead and get the other cameras pulled up and ready to go.
I'm going to have Three Rivers. I have also, I'm not sharing, but I am also watching the Three Rivers Safety Glasses USA camera behind the scenes.
Okay.
Good news with the radar presentation and the velocity is it's starting to become more, it's starting to broaden out. It's way better than what it used to be when they first issued this tornado warning. So still don't rule out those gusty winds. Again, those reds and greens close together like that, it could be a nice shear line in there. But at the current time, they're not brighter in nature. We want those bright reds and greens to see a stronger rotation. And thankfully, we are not seeing that right now, but you still want to be in shelter if you're in Dowagiac and Cassopolis with that previously tornado warning cell. I would imagine the tornado warning is going to be dropped here at any moment, unless they're kind of waiting to see what the notches further south go. What was that?
Repeat that, please.
Oh gosh. We're going to go north here as well. We're going to go ahead and check out the Grand Rapids radar right now. And our wind right now is highest in the Allegan area, so central Allegan County. Storm relative velocity doesn't paint a impressive picture, but you still want to be taking shelter and waiting until this warning does expire. Again, anywhere you see an orange box on your screen is a severe thunderstorm warning. As Ryan mentioned, that tornado warning should, I think it's going to pop off here at some point. It says high active alerts, tornado warning. It still hasn't popped off, but that, I can tell you right now, it has expired. So again, tornado warning is done. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect.
They did expire it, so it probably will pop out at 115, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
I do have the office cam pulled up. I do not see anything of note besides some lightning flashing and some low hanging clouds.
Looks like one of our severe thunderstorm warnings was also just canceled. I think St. Joseph County, yeah, is in the clear here.
Did they really cancel that?
The severe thunderstorm warning for Berrien. Sorry, I just realized I was saying the wrong county. Berrien County. St. Joseph, you are still in the warning.
Okay,
It's the one
I was gonna
furthest to the
say.
west. My bad. I know why I said that. It's because I was thinking of St. Joseph County, Indiana. So St. Joseph County, Indiana has been canceled, which this is why it makes it really confusing because you have counties that are same name right next to each other on the border here.
We have a view courtesy of Westside Garden Center in Kalamazoo facing west, and that is a shelf cloud. Shelf clouds are harmless for the most part, but they can sometimes indicate strong winds are incoming, and that could be the case with this cell. Looks pretty raggedy there, but we'll see. It's a nice view. Sit back and watch it. None of the areas that we're tracking appear to be too tight of rotation or too insignificant in terms of wind, so we can relax for a second. You're not seeing too much here that catches my eye at the current time. I got you in the top right, whatever you want to pop on. It's quite beautiful rolling in.
Again, if you're just tuning in and warning about a potential tornado warning, that has now expired. Again, it was in effect for Berrien and Cass. Severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for Cass County, Van Buren, and Allegan counties. 60-mile-per-hour winds, possible tornado is the tag for specifically Cass County and western St. Joseph. And again, you still want to kind of treat it as a weak tornado because, again, 60-mile-per-hour winds, that's right around EF0 strength. So, again, speed and shelter if you're in any one of those orange boxes, which is a severe thunderstorm warning. But again, no tornado warnings in effect anymore, but we are still monitoring.
Copy.
It's doing the thing I said, where you get to the 131 corridor and it's really starting to weaken. Watching a sudden gust of wind right now, Ryan, heading into the Grand Rapids area. Not severe.
I saw that.
But I do have it on my radar right now of about 40-mile-per-hour winds in Wyoming, heading towards Grand Rapids, East Grand Rapids. Bunch of the suburbs here, also Kentwood. But again, non-severe winds, and the statement, I believe it's still in effect there. So 40-mile-per-hour winds, Kent County, again, up to 60 possible in Allegan and Van Buren.
We have Chandler with us. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, as soon as it hits this 131 corridor, I think we're going to see a pretty significant decrease in overall action. It's already starting to show signs of losing its oomph.
We got Chandler with us in Constantine. Watching the storms roll in, waiting for lightning to light this up.
So watching the Frontier truck parts cam right now behind the scenes. It's pretty gusty there in Moline. That's ahead of most of the wind, or most of the line, except for one cell there. Pretty gusty. Again, looks like these winds are verifying at strong levels. Waiting to see if I can see a 60-mile-per-hour gust. But Moline technically is not in that severe thunderstorm warning. They actually trimmed it south.
We have 4 counties in warnings currently. Southern Allegan, Eastern Van Buren, most of Cass and western St. Joseph. If you're watching from Kalamazoo County, currently no warnings in effect for you. We may get one issued soon, but currently that is not the case. Damaging wind is going to be the short-term risk here. All rotation we've been tracking, that I see at least, has broadened out to a point we're not concerned about it. So we are kind of in a mood or in a zone right now where we're just kind of watching and waiting to see how long this line can hold together. As we mentioned several times, it's going to weaken the further east it gets. So theoretically speaking, the worst should be over at this point.
Yep. That line of winds right now is in Cass County. It runs from Vandalia up through Decatur. If you're back in Dowagiac, Sister Lakes area, you guys are good for the most part here. Cassopolis will be good in like 2 minutes, but this does run up towards Lawton, Paw Paw, and Madawan, and up into the Gobles and Otsego and Plainwell area, which you guys obviously do not need any more wind there. But again, we are kind of rolling with what we're seeing out there right now. Let's look at a downburst actually right now in. Oh yeah, holy cow! Look at the Moline camp, Brian. Strong downburst right now on the Moline cam. Flag is sideways.
Holy cow. Stand by.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
That is insane.
Very strong downburst at the current time at the Moline cam. Again, Moline is just south of Grand Rapids, for those who are curious, near Wayland. I have the Wayland cam here as well. I'm going to pull that next to me. Wayland's up. Wayland is very close to this as well. Yeah, just north of Wayland.
Copy. You can move now if you need to.
Bring your radar back in there, or mine. I do have that centerized right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Are you sure it's a downburst, or are you talking something else here? Yeah.
It's in the middle of the cell, so I mean it could be either, but I'm treating it as a downburst.
Yeah.
It's still wind is wind. Again, it's Moline, north of Wayland. We saw that firsthand. You can see the flags just getting pulled kind of off the pole almost. But again, this is heading off towards Caledonia and Middleville. If it continues its current track, that was a very intense pocket of gusty winds there for a second.
I'm about to clip that and get that uploaded.
Yeah, that was pretty close to severe, if not at severe limits there, easily. Again, if you're just tuning in, no more tornado warnings are in effect. There are severe thunderstorm warnings in effect out there. But right now, Ryan, actually that might be, that's on the, I can't really, that's not really in the storm. I think that's side lobish. The Plainwell area.
I'm more so focused on the Wayland area still here.
Yeah. That could be a surge of wind too, Plainwell. It does have that kind of distinct feature to it.
It lines up on my end.
Barry, Kalamazoo. I don't know if you want to get that, or I guess it's a special weather statement, but it's 40 mile per hour winds. I'm going to turn the Moline cam actually straight to the east. just in case we see like any sort of power flashes, I guess. Can confirm a lot of power just coming in from the Allegan area here earlier. Cheshire Center, which is what we were watching earlier, honestly. If you guys have any damage reports from the Cheshire Center area in Allegan County and it's just south of Allegan, there's a couple of power outages popped in. Again, send it in to us, direct message, any of our posts in the comment section. Time, location, what you're seeing is important. Plainwell also just getting a power outage in right now. Both of those spots there definitely need to be monitored. That Moline spot and the Plainwell spot.
I'll watch the north, you watch the south.
This would be... I actually need to 4-panel this. It's a really weird location. I'm not seeing any... The good news is I'm not seeing any debris being lofted here. It's just weird where it's located. Nonetheless, we saw this verify firsthand. That was some pretty intense some downburst winds there for a second, at the very least, on our Moline cam. Again, still watching the Plainwell area as well. Those look to be some embedded winds. I'm gonna wait for an update here, but yeah, Plainwell would be on alert. Again, you guys are in that severe thunderstorm warning right now, and as you saw, special weather statement. Yes.
One thing to keep a very close eye on with that Wayland is it's riding the outflow boundary. That could be enhancing some spin there as well as some lift.
Gotcha.
Good news though, latest scan does broaden that out. Heading toward Caledonia, still a nice pocket of wind at very least.
Again, there's no warnings up here in northern Allegan or southern Kent, but I would still be mindful. Again, there's a new special weather statement that came in for Barrie and Kalamazoo. 40-mile-per-hour winds are possible. The good news is, as we keep mentioning here, this line is weakening with time. It's just we could still see some funky things happen with the amount of shear we have out there tonight. Photographs are pretty elongated, so just gotta watch it.
Got the Portage
Like
cam.
Rapids again.
Got the Portage cam pulled up here. Facing west here, courtesy of Visiting Angels of Southwest Michigan. This gust front is about to move in, as well as some heavy rain. We'll see how strong it is momentarily, but in the meantime, pretty cool cloud structure as it moves in.
Yep. Laying it out, just looking to look at the big picture here, you can see it's a pretty meridional located line here across the state. You can also see the outflow boundary pulsing off more storms up near the central Michigan region, Mount Pleasant. Not concerning up there, but again, we're watching this entire line still. Anywhere where you see the reds specifically, that's going to be your more intense winds, or sorry, your more intense rainfall in this line. And anywhere where you see this line of heavier rain, you could see some gusty winds mix in. But as continue to mention here, once it gets to that 131 corridor, we really expect it to downtrend, and it is pretty much now on the 131 corridor. So we'll have to see what it does here in the next hour or less. Any of the orange boxes you see on the screen are active severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, that is southeastern Allegan, eastern Van Buren, and Cass, and western St. Joseph counties. Would not be surprised if we see a rim of western Cass here very shortly. And there goes
Allegan Van Buren.
Allegan Van Buren's done. So you guys are good. Despite the fact there are still probably some gusty winds ongoing in this line in Allegan County, specifically in the Plainwell area right now. We're still watching that little surge forward, kind of like juts out like a little shelf, and heading up towards the Martin area, just to the east of Martin. Current track would take it towards more of Hastings and Gun Lake. But, again, nothing that is really worrisome at the current time. Still watching this entire line, but not overly impressed with how heavy these winds are. Again, they're all pretty meager at best right now, so that's good. Still don't want to downplay it at all, because again, even 60 mile per hour winds is severe, but you have your special weather statements out there for 40 mile per hour winds right now. Again, that's still going to bring down a decent amount of tree limbs. Even the 50 mile per hour winds, if we got a statement for that. Aurora's going off, Ryan, according to the app.
Yeah, I was actually about to try and find a UP cam to see if I can figure out if there's anything going on up there. But I think it's too cloudy either way.
Yeah. So one severe thunderstorm warning in effect, and as I mentioned there, literally as I mentioned it, they did the thing I just said. They trimmed western Cass County from the severe thunderstorm warning, so now it's just eastern Cass and now western St. Joseph, heading up towards Centerville and Three Rivers here very shortly. I'm going to go ahead and go down to the northern Indiana radar real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything at the low levels.
I just looked at it. I didn't see anything that I caught my eye.
Update the storm motion on this as well. 232 at 39. Feel free to take your radar back if you want it. I'm not seeing anything right now. So we're definitely downtrending. Good news.
It's great news. I was just watching that Plainwell area, trying to line up if that velocity is matching up. And it is, but also isn't. It's so weird.
It is, but it is not. It's like half.
Right. Usually when you have these brighter, intense greens and blues, it's really intense winds, but you want to line that up with your rain. If it doesn't line up with the rain, it's usually clear air, we call it, or clutter. In this case, it's like half on the rain, half off the rain. So it's like, what's actually going on here? So if you live in Plainwell, you have any reports if it was really windy, let us know. Appreciate that. I do see outages rolling in here from that area. Not too many. There's one coming in just north of Gull Lake, actually.
We do have gusty winds passing over the airport right now.
See that? I got a pixel of 60 there, or 57.
Yeah.
Pull out the good old observation map and figure that out.
If those winds are actually gusting down to the surface, again, they're over Caledonia right now and Alaska, and it'll be heading up towards Alto and Lowell. That's yeah, it's heading towards me, kinda. Not again.
Yeah, I was about to say, not again.
I mean, for everyone, I mean, there's probably multiple of you guys in here in chat that are probably affected by some of the tornadoes that actually hit this week. But a lot of us right now in the same issue are like, wow, again, yeah, fortunately. But again, this is the last gasp for severe weather. At least over the next several days, the long kind of medium range, long range. Not really seeing anything as it stands. I'm gonna knock on wood because again, I could easily jinx it, but I'm knocking on wood right now. Nothing right now in the next 7 days.
You just
We're
jinxed
watching. Yeah, I know. I knocked on wood though, so it shouldn't happen. But we can get through tonight. We'll be good for the short term. Nice. Some gusty winds are going to be rolling right down 36th Street here, just north of 96 in the Whitneyville area.
We have a
Again, it's right where that pocket of 90-mile-per-hour winds happened the other night. Go ahead.
got a view of this line as it passes over Portage. I'm gonna kind of see how windy it is as it does so.
Well, the sign's moving, so it's at least a little bit windy. I see someone in chat says winds are whipping very hard in Alaska, which does line up with the velocities right there at the airport, Ryan.
Okay. Well, speaking of Alaska, it's gonna snow today, by the way.
I mean, snow is not exclusive to Alaska. Come on now. The cold, yeah.
I am waiting for an update from the Grand Rapids airport here, Gerald R. It's late. The Gerald R. Ford Airport. Right now, gust since midnight's 24 miles per hour. That should update here shortly. As this line progresses to the east, I would say it's lost its mojo. I've been using that word today, Joel. Mojo.
Mm-hmm.
Latest scan has pixels out of the airport at 66 miles per hour.
Yeah. That was... Yeah, I don't know if that's... It's right... It's really hard to see because when you get so close to the radar, again, it gets a little junky there. Where you have trees and buildings, and it just... The beam kind of reflects off this low-level stuff and all this junk down there. So it could be 60-mile-per-hour winds for sure. But again, it could also be, other vegetation or bugs. And it's also in a spot where there's little to no rain, actually. It's like a little donut hole on reflectivity.
I can confirm that is wind.
Okay.
I have sources.
All right.
We'll have a report here shortly. And there you go.
Statement kind of verified.
I'm going to guess, I haven't seen it, but I'm going to guess 50 or 55.
50. I'll post it.
Well, let's all put a guess in. What did the airport in Grand Rapids gust to? I'm going to say 52. I have no information yet besides it's gusty. That's all I know.
Feel free to go back to the radar, Ryan.
Yeah, I
Just
got
kind of show off where the wind is at.
You want yours or do you want mine?
Nope, go ahead. I'm getting the graphic up.
Perfect. So we're looking at this brighter red colors here. This is the airport. We'll call it a hole. That's going to be where the airport is as well as the radar. I'm going to take this back into a one panel and switch this to velocity. As you can see,
A couple
here,
outages also coming in between Moline and Caledonia. Moline and Caledonia outages from earlier.
Also, Portage is getting pretty gusty too. Looks like 30 to 40 there. Looking at the velocity though, these yellow pixels zooming way in, At the very, you probably can't see it, but at the very far bottom of my radar, there's a gray bar that has data, and in the bottom right of this, down here, right here, it tells you how much this wind is, and it says 66 miles per hour in these pixels. There's actually a 71 mile per hour pixel in there too. So very strong winds moving out of the southeast side of Grand Rapids, and that is going to be moving up toward Alto, very close to Alto here very shortly as it progresses, as well as Lowell. Also beginning to really pick up here on the Portage cam. It's still not intense by any means, but the winds, you can tell, are whipping across the road pretty good, and you can tell it's blowing just a bit. It's hard to form words this late, I swear.
Did you say what the gust was? I wasn't paying attention.
Not yet. I don't have any information on it yet.
Okay. Yeah, it says last METAR reading was 118, so it was 20 minutes ago.
Joel, looking at the last scan, heading into Lowell and Alto, looks like there's some widespread wind gusts happening there. I would not be shocked if they were to slap a warning on that, truthfully.
Does Joel need to go to the basement?
I don't know about the basement, but Portage is pretty gusty here as well. I don't think it's severe, but it's got some bursts in there of some bigger winds. Back here to the radar, we're looking at this, we're going to call it a line coming out of Grand Rapids Metro. We have the Lowell cam. Let's go ahead and pull up the Lowell cam, get that ready to go.
Yeah.
We may send our meteorologist below me or above me down to the basement once again.
I have to wake up my parents, so.
Yep.
Also watching those notches in Barry County, Ryan.
Yeah, I just noticed that. Anxiously awaiting the wind report there out of the airport. It says, it just updated on the observation map. It said 35. I don't know if I would buy that or not. We'll see if we get an official update on that. Sent you a picture. Chat B.
Okay.
There we go again with the SWS. Before we get to that, we do have a pocket here of gusty winds coming out of Kent County, heading into Lowell, Alto, and eventually towards Saranac and Smyrna. Winds to 50 are currently looking possible there. Checking out further south, there's an area of some broad rotation just east of Hooper in southwest Barry County. Also got perhaps a little bit something up here on the northern edge of that too, but definitely seeing more of a sign down here by Hooper. We'll watch that closely. There's nothing right now in Allegan. I saw a super chat come in asking for Allegan. There's nothing right there. That's on the back side. Just some rain for you guys there in Allegan. Portage was fairly gusty. I don't think it was severe, but I would definitely take a gander and say 40 was a good guess, maybe a bit over that, 45. It was pretty gusty, and you can tell the rains are whipping the rain around, or the winds were whipping I can't English tonight. The winds were whipping the wind. Oh.
You're done.
I give up.
You're
Joel's got you the rest of the way, guys. I'll see you guys later. I'm tired. The winds were whipping the rain around the camera.
There you go.
We are warning free at the current moment. We have statements, but we are warning free. Just tuning in, current time 1:43 a.m. Tracking this I wouldn't call it a squall line, but it is technically a line that is currently sub-severe all the way down from Constantine, Michigan, up through Portage and Kalamazoo, Plainwell, Wayland, up into Grand Rapids, even going further north up to Howard City and Morley, as well as Stanwood. All of you guys have this line pushing through. Along the edge of it, we could have some gusty winds between 30 and 50-ish miles per hour, and some instances over 50, close to severe, being possible. 2 areas of concern right now, maybe 3 areas actually. The first one being up here, entering the Lowell area. We have a camera we're going to take a peek at here in just a second, but winds moving out of Kent into Ionia County here shortly. Winds to 50 is a hazard there. 2 areas of brief and weak rotation being noted in Berry County. One just west of Hastings, and also just southwest of Hastings here, where these reds and greens are showing up semi-close together, but not overly too tight at this current time. All the way down this gust front, though, may contain winds around 40, give or take a few miles per hour as the going hazard. Right now, I think the risk is winding down, but still have these pockets and areas to watch for wind and, in some cases, rotation. So we're trending in the right direction. I have a super chat from E.T. Whisperer. Says, Portage, please can I go to bed? I would say yes, you can go to bed. The gust front is past you, or just almost past you, and now it's just going to be some rain and some thunder for you, but the worst of it is over. You should be good in Portage here in a matter of a few minutes. I would say that's pretty good option if you go to bed there. Lowell cam pulled up. The winds are about to impact this area. Camera here courtesy of Rogers Neighborhood Realty. Did they cancel the tornado watch? They did.
I don't know.
We are all clear.
Cindy's still out there chasing, by the way.
Her camera was off. It still is.
Back on.
It
What
is-
do I have live then? I have Cindy live.
I'll refresh her. Not sure why she's not showing up. There she is. Copy. Thank you.
Tell you what, I can tell you firsthand what the wind's going to do here in just a second if it comes through. Here in the northern edge of that. Also, Ryan, a couple other chats here from our members here on YouTube. Motown Mimi sending 5 Get Your memberships, as well as Jason Your Face. Elise $1 super chat. Balpers 19.99 super chat saying appreciate all you guys do. If you're ever in the Athens, Michigan area this summer, you've got tickets waiting for you at the Alligator Sanctuary. Thank you very much, Balpers.
Appreciate that.
Might have to take you up on that. Matthew 9.99 super chat. Do you think Kent County will see anything tonight? You guys should be in the clear, especially since that line is now leaving Kent County. Brian joined the team as an EF0 member. October Russ 1.99 super chat. Any risk from Muskegon? No, you guys are good now. Fizzy 4.99 super chat saying look at Allegan. Allegan, you guys are good. And latest one that just came in, BRZK XO 4.99 super chat. How's Lowell looking? We're looking at it right now.
And it is pretty gusty. The flags on the right side underneath Sydney are blown pretty good. I would have to take a gander and say roughly 20 to 30 at this point. The trees aren't really moving for me to suggest anything higher than that. And it looks like the worst of the winds are actually oval, wow, over the camera at the current time. I believe Joel's stepping out to go. Oh, he's back. If you want to go step out, you can. Yeah, if you want to go step out, you can.
Fine.
I got you.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Watching Hastings, due west to Hastings, Joel, that area is looking a little bit more interesting with the latest couple of scans.
Mm-hmm. Still really weak, though.
Yeah, still very weak. If we had more storm fuel, this would definitely be more of a risk. That is for sure. Tanya says, I am so tired. I am still in the basement. Where are you at, Tanya? Out of curiosity. Do we think the storm will continue to be tornadic like it was in the Midwest? No. What you're seeing here on the evening tonight is instances of brief and broad rotation. In some cases, we've had some try and tighten up, but right now have not seen anything past that here in Michigan that suggests we're going to have this continue. Tanya says, I'm in Edwardsburg. You are fine. Go to bed. You are all clear. Come up out of the basement. If you are behind this line, you are all clear. That means if you're on the west side of Michigan, on Lake Michigan counties from Berrien, Van Buren, Allegan, Ottawa, Muskegon, Oceana, Mason, Manistee counties, Lake County, Newaygo County, most of Kent County is almost clear. West side of Kent County is clear. East side, not yet. West side of Berry County is clear. West side of Kalamazoo is clear. West side of St. Joseph and Cass County, all clear. Go to bed. If you are on the left side, this side of the line, go to bed. Even if you're out ahead of this line on the east side, you can still go to bed. I would say if you are out in immediate ahead of this in Barry, Kalamazoo, St. Joseph, and maybe Western Branch and Calhoun, just to be safe, I would definitely make sure you have ways to receive your warnings just in case something's issued. In the meantime, though, it is weakened significantly, but it still catches our eye in a few areas, hence why we are still live. So we'll track it here for at least a little while longer.
A couple of damage reports did come in, Ryan. We have a couple people in our chat actually saying a tree down against my window, brushed up against my window in Three Rivers, and a tree down in Portage. Thank you guys for those reports. If you guys want to send in those damage reports, again, tag your local National Weather Service first and foremost. If you're in Portage, specifically, that's the National Weather Service Grand Rapids. You can find them on X or Facebook. And if you're down there in the Three Rivers area along the border, that is going to be National Weather Service Northern Indiana on X or Facebook.
More outages coming in to the east of Plainwell. We are now over 1,300 customers without power via Consumers Map. So definitely some gusty winds in the southwest part of Berry County. Same exact areas that got hit back on Tuesday night. They're taking wind tonight. So that's hopefully nobody has lost power twice this week. That's just bad luck at that point.
The Lowell wind is windy. That's all I can say. There's not anything significant about it. It's not severe, but you can hear it roaring out there for sure.
We are going to describe all wind from now on as windy, and we're going to figure it out from there.
I can't estimate. I don't have an anemometer right now on me, but
Operation Get Joel a weather station for his house.
there we go. I mean, it's roaring. It's not.
When I hear the word roaring, I think of like straight line winds, tornadoes, like intense winds. Also,
No, not
what
like-
is what is
okay, whatever.
happening just south of Hastings?
Wind. Also wind. Definitely want to keep an eye on it though. Northern Indiana they just posted it on X that the tornado watch has been canceled.
Yep.
So good news there. Welcome to the team Codes Army. Join the team as an EFCR member. We got Unita, 199 super chat. Llama, 199 super chat. Ooh, good thunder out there. Battle Creek, Beetle Lake, okay. Yeah, you guys are good. Or will be. Very shortly. Gotta wait for that shear line to get over. We're almost there. I'll give it another 15. Caden G, back for 1 year at MSC, saying thank you to the entire MSC staff. Get some sleep soon. We will try.
Yeah, we'll try.
And lastly, Dalton, $2 super chat. Thanks for all you do. Dalton Swafford, Racing, number 23. Thank you very much, Dalton.
Out of curiosity, Joel, was that thunder, was it windy or was it just thunder?
Stop it. No, the thunder right now is roaring and it's deep. Like it's a deep,
The best kind.
like rolling roar. Yeah.
The sleeping kind of thunder.
Yes. Yep. You get it.
Is Portage okay? Yes, Portage is okay. Go to bed. Kalamazoo, you're fine. Go to bed. Richland, you're also okay. Go to bed. We typically wouldn't answer location specific questions. I can't
Ryan.
English tonight.
Ryan, you should just go to bed.
I know. Oh, this is what 6 days straight of streaming does to somebody. We usually don't do specific location questions, but I think tonight it's more relaxed. And a lot of you guys are on edge because of Tuesday's happenings, which is understandable. So, again, if you are watching and you are on the west side, the left side of this line, you are fine to go to bed. If you're watching from the east side, Detroit area, Flint area, Adrian, Jackson, Howell, Owasso, this line is weakening. It will not be severe when it gets to you. I think the immediate concern here is where it's impacting and just out ahead of it. And from there, I would think we're going to see a pretty big reduction in the intensity of this as it progresses to the east.
Robert, $5 super chat. I'm ready to go to bed. What's up in Lansing? Thanks for what you do. Yeah, you guys are gonna be good in Lansing. We're still watching this line of just wind, just typical wind coming in. Again, it's like 40-mile-per-hour wind, which can bring down a couple branches, but again, we're not really overly concerned about it. We are watching one little bit of where that line is. Ryan's kind of pointing out there, that little kink in the line where, you know, as we mentioned earlier, the winds are supposed to be running parallel to each other right now, and they latch onto each other there, kind of bend in, and that's where we would, if at all, would see a quick little spin up tornado. Not saying that it's actually happening, but if there were to be a spot within the line of storms, that would be where it's at. So we're very, very close to being in, I think, all clear, Ryan.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would definitely agree with you.
So
Just
yeah,
have a
you guys
report
should
here.
be good in Lansing. Go ahead.
Portage gusted to 40.
Okay. Have a super chat here from our moderator, Julie. $5 super chat. Put Ryan in
No,
rice.
you can't plant your garden yet, Julie.
Nope. She said put Ryan in rice. So, just calling you out.
Joel, before I
Yes.
forget about this,
Yes.
we had an Amazon wish list item come in. Not really an item, but more of a gift from our Tuesday night stream. I will read it off tonight just because we haven't done these in a while. But it is a $50 Visa gift card off the Amazon wish list that we have. Our personal wish list, not anything for disaster relief, nothing like that. We have a personal one for items our chasers need and just general gifting stuff. And the note from Amazon says, "Thank you for your extensive coverage of severe weather. Your hard work is life-saving from a thankful West Michigan resident." I don't have a name. I don't have anything besides that note. So if you're watching and you know who you are, we appreciate you very much. And that will go towards equipment and or costs of maintenance on the services that we use to run operations here. So appreciate your support there very, very much.
Yeah. Thank you very much to our mysterious West Michigan donor.
DJ says, "Hey Ryan, there's a spider over your shoulder." It is way too late for this, guys. This is definitely MSC late night.
Yeah. Usually, what's the cutoff for MSC late night? 11 o'clock. After that, it's kind of officially. MSC late night.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say 11 o'clock's a good cutoff point. Usually after midnight, though, when things get kind of wild.
Yeah.
If this
See, Sarah in
continues,
chat says-
though,
Sarah in chat here saying downpouring and windy in Hastings, which is where that sheer line is passing over right now. Sure.
I'm going to blanket
You're
sleep
gonna
what this looks like.
You're gonna say something. I'll get that graphic, by the way. Strong thunderstorms will
sounds good.
impact 4.5 different counties. 719,000 people in the new special weather statement. I don't know if you wanted to read off the cities or if
I
you're
don't
waiting
have
for
the
them to pop in.
I don't
Okay.
have anything.
I'm gotcha.
Interesting.
Special weather statement coming in for Eastern Barrie, all of Eaton, all of Ingham, all of Jackson, and all of Calhoun. 40-mile-per-hour winds.
Okay. That makes it a lot easier.
Yep.
The West Leroy camera has a visual on what's coming in, so we're going to take that here. For those who aren't familiar, West Leroy is south of Battle Creek. This is your view, courtesy of Calhoun County 911. And as you can see here, up and down this line, whoa, stop it, stop it. Where are you going? Stop, stop.
What's happening? Oh, the camera.
Yes, it didn't want to stop.
The camera's ready to take a break. My goodness.
Oh, okay. There,
Look
this
at the
is the
lightning.
northwest sky, and you can see the cloud base is moving in, but it looks elevated and doesn't look impressive at all. Like there's no structure or organization to it. We are definitely getting to the point, Joel, where I'm starting to think we probably are safe to wrap the stream up soon. Not immediately, but soon at this point. So we'll keep a close eye on this as it moves toward the camera. And again, thank you to Calhoun County 911 for sponsoring us up on a tower in West Leroy. Good lighting there.
Yeah, I'll turn on the part. I'll check the Vermontville cam as well.
Perfect. These little kinks in the line make it very hard for me to want to hop out of here, but they don't
I feel the
really
exact
match
same
up
way.
with. They don't really match up with the proper or the reflectivity either. It's so weird. But yeah, Vermontville will be a good one to check here, just because looking right at those two notches. Do you have that pulled up yet, or do you want me to? I
Hold
got
on.
it pulled up. I got it.
Yeah, go for it.
Courtesy of Vermontville Fire Department, you're looking west, directly at the area where, if there's any rotation, here's Vermontville. Pretty self-explanatory here. Looking right at these two little notches that we're seeing here on radar, just for reference. So somewhere in that rain, there's two areas of rotation. That's very broad and weak, mind you. It doesn't really look imminent, and visually speaking, is very unimpressive.
I'm watching it closely. Just in case.
At this point, might as well leave it up the camera and just watch it roll in. There's not
Yeah,
much
'cause this
on
is the only
radar
area.
to-
It's the only thing on radar that's actually worth monitoring. Again, we're looking at on Ryan's radar those reds and greens where they kind of hook into each other. Again, they kind of it's like a yin yang, really just kind of attached to each other. That's where you need to look out for tiny little spin ups. Not saying that's happening right now, but if there were to be a spin up, that's where you would see the little reds and greens touching each other like that. So, Nashville, Vermontville coming your way. But again, the main hazard here, 40-mile-per-hour winds. a little bit of a base on it, but it's still very high in the sky. So we're just camera watching because it's probably better than looking at the radar, honestly. It's again courtesy of Vermontville Fire Department EMS out there in Vermontville, Michigan. That is far western Eaton County, looking due west current time.
What is happening to the Facebook chat right now? Do you see this, Joel?
Yeah, it's catching up.
Are you sure? What on earth? I can't. What's happening to my chat? What just happened? I'm so confused. Ooh, good lightning. You're muted, Joel.
My bad.
Thought it was
I had to
quiet here.
readjust my camera. There's two notches here. One's gonna be the very right side of the screen now, right next to the antenna, and the other one's gonna be left center. So there's two little radio towers out there in the distance that are kind of flashing on and off at opposite times. It's gonna be left of that for any sort of notching inside the line. Again, we're just kind of watching these notches like a hawk, even though they're probably not going to do anything. It's better to be safe than sorry. Again, this is currently live, Vermontville, Michigan. This is the only place that really has anything concerning up and down the line right now. So it's Eaton County. As a reminder here, MSC, we only are going to be covering storms that are at least looking threatening when there is threatening weather, which right now there's not anything, but if there were to be, hypothetically, this is where it would be at. Nashville, Vermontville, on the Berry County, Eaton County line. Also gusty down by Athens and Sherwood. At least from the Grand Rapids radar. It's a little far away. I'm just watching Vermontville camera right now. Nothing severe, as you can see. Bottom of the screen, highest active alert is a flood warning for the dozens upon dozens of flood warnings we do have out there.
Looks
Still
like
there.
the latest scan has it directly in front of the camera now.
Yeah, so we'd be looking right at this thing. It's like 2 miles down the road in front of us here. But all I see is a wall of rain.
Yeah, there ain't nothing going on. That's good news, though.
Yep.
Well, Joel, what do you think?
I want to see where the outflow boundary's at. Actually can't. It's not really a good sign of it.
Probably eyeball it based off past radar scans.
Yeah. Nothing. Take it.
Your outflow boundary is going to be centered center of Ionia County back through the Berry County Hastings area back through Martin. You can see it off of GRR starting in Midland County through Alma back through Carson City and cutting into Ionia. Ooh,
Gotcha.
good lighting.
Rain has started on the camera. Well, if you're just tuning in and you're wondering why it's so quiet, there's no severe weather going on. And quiet's a good thing. We're just kind of watching the radar and watching one little kink in the line, which would, if anything, that would be it. But it's, at this point, we could probably call it good. I don't think it's going to do anything, so.
Yeah, it's too far east.
Sorry, I
It's
yawned.
the further east you go, the less storm fuel you have. So
Right.
overall concern is becoming very, very low for further severe weather, which I think gives us the right to hop out of here and get some rest. I do want to check on an area. If you go just south of Battle Creek there, Joel, I'm watching that area a little closely now. Is that
But
I almost thought that was like a power flash there. It looks like a brighter blue on the surface. It didn't really expand out like lightning would.
it's been a long week for everybody. But again, if you appreciate our coverage this week and would like a home for all things Michigan weather, again, that follow button is right there at the bottom of the screen, or top, or side, wherever it is. Feel free to click it. Again, we'd love to have you join the honorary team. And as always, the best way to support for free is by smashing that like button. So again, if you appreciate what we do at all, feel free to click it. Current time right now, 2:13, just hit 2:13. No severe warnings in the state here on April 18th at that current time. Trying to see in the dark here. I have the Charlotte cam pulled up behind the scenes. It almost looks like there's some sort of cloud feature moving in. It's tough to tell in the dark, but I'm kind of see some sort of line there across the sky.
Yeah, I'm seeing it too.
Maybe the shelf.
Well, let's watch it rolling together. And while we do that, we can read off our sponsors.
Yeah. Courtesy, oh, by the way, camera courtesy of Charlotte Fire Department. Go ahead. People are saying lost power Battle Creek, power flash Battle Creek, by the way.
I was right.
Go back-
And
go back to
Julie
the-
just clipped me a shot of that. Ooh. More power flashes? Hold on.
No outages have popped up yet, but that could be changing here in just a second.
Let's just leave this pointed this direction for now.
The
Well,
chat
well,
clamors for the radar. Like a radar update.
I'm dragging so far behind today. All right, back to the radar up. That's lightning. All right, back for the radar update here. Where are we going? Where do people have a preference or just generalized?
Up and down the line.
Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yep.
You guys good then? I think at this point it's safe to sleep. For people asking if it's safe to sleep, I think we're at that point where I think we can give the, I'm not gonna say all clear just yet, but it's so close. Nothing going on here besides a couple pockets of some stronger storms by Athens and Sherwood areas. Nothing is severe in the state currently. Up toward Battle Creek, I have some gusty winds move through there. Up further north here toward the Eaton County, as well as Ionia County, there's just not much going on, period. I don't have much to talk about with this line. I don't see anything.
Now, obviously, it's still going to stay gusty out there,
Yeah, that's a given.
but should be sub-severe. Don't be surprised if you wake up in the morning and you have a branch or two down in your yard while this line comes through. And our motto is we got you covered beginning to end for all severe warnings and tornado warnings in the state, and those have all expired, so we are good to go. But Ryan, still got to do that one thing we got to do.
Dance?
No. I mean, yes, but no, our trusted partners.
Yeah, I know. All right. Current time, 2:17 a.m., April 18th. We're going to wrap up our coverage. It's been live for 2 hours and 41 minutes. Before we hop off, and before we say goodnight to you all, we're going to read off our trusted partners, and I'm going to try to get through this without tripping over my words. We are both very tired after a long week of tracking severe weather and multiple all-nighters. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way. If you happen to need their services, from restoration to roofing, construction needs, or tree services, feel free to get a hold of these people to help you guys out. Or if you don't know who your trusted partner is for your area, contact us. We'll put you in touch with the proper people. Victor's Home Solutions, based out of the Tri-Cities and Mount Pleasant area. Top Notch Tree Care, based out of Jackson and Lansing areas. Top Gun Roofing and Exteriors out of West Michigan. Storm Guard Roofing and Construction out of Detroit Metro North. ServPro Restoration across the state of Michigan. RMHC House of Detroit. Feel free to donate by calling the number on your screen there. On Top Roofing, Rainbow Restoration out of Kent County and surrounding areas. On Top Roofing out of Livingston County. Mike Hayes Roofing and Siding out of the Thumb region. McKay Tree Specialist in Southeast Michigan. Kuiper Tree Care from the west side of Michigan. Katz Roofing and Siding based out of Potterville near Lansing. Ink Media for any digital marketing needs. Feel free to get a hold of Ink Media. Propane needs. Crystal Flash has you covered across the state of Michigan. Battle Creek IT for any IT needs you may have. Apex Restoration out of Grand Blanc. American Arbor, our Southwest Michigan tree service partner. And lastly, A-Class Construction and Restoration out of Mason County and surrounding areas. As we mentioned, all these partners help keep operations rolling. They also provide services to you guys in the event you need tree services or new roof or anything between. We are, there it goes. We are partnered with these people and these companies to help provide services to you guys in the event you happen to need them. So feel free to utilize them if you so choose and if you so need them. All right. With that said, I think we are good to hop off, Joel.
Finally done with this week. Hopefully. I mean, I'm still watching now, Ryan, in the Athens area. There's a couple down south. It's not in Calhoun County. I'm just watching those really close. But it's if the stuff to the north's not doing it, the stuff to the south shouldn't do it either. So I think it'll be good. Latest scan continues the non-spicy wind, I guess you could call it. Still windy, so watch out. I-69 from Marshall down to Concha, but yeah, I think we're good for now. And again, we'll be watching for a little bit behind the scenes here at MSC, behind the scenes. And if need be, we'll jump back live. It's our policy. Catch you covered from beginning to end. And as always, our live streams are found right here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, TV, and X at the username MIStormchasers. That's all I got, I think.
For now.
For now.
All right. At this point, I think it's safe to say you can go to bed. Obviously, we preach that you have multiple ways to receive warnings. So in the event one is issued, I would say in the unlikely event a warning is issued between now and sunrise, you'll get alerted for that if you are properly set up with multiple ways to receive warnings. All right. With that said, one last look at our weather cameras across the state. Not going to see too much out there across West Michigan. Across East Michigan, right now. That Charlotte you pointed out there earlier, Joel. Where'd that camera go? There it is. It does appear there is some type of cloud feature that is moving into the area there. Shelf cloud type of bow, which is looking pretty cool. But otherwise, we're going to wrap us up. We're going to hop out of here, monitor behind the scenes, and hope to see you guys sometime. I'm not going to say soon. Sometime in the near future.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully for something better than severe weather. Maybe like a chill stream.
Yeah.
Maybe
we'll do we need to do a celebration stream at some point, giveaways and so on and so forth.
Yes. Yeah.
We recently hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is a ginormous milestone. So we'll have to do some giveaways and celebrate that.
Yeah, I will say before we go, there was a bunch of super chats I don't think I've really read off. Codes Army, $2 super chat. Have a good night. I'll be watching out for Windy Wind. Thank you very much, Codes. Kalamazoo Candy, $10 super chat. Thank you all on MSC. Dragon Dice, $2 super chat. Does the RFS model get a cookie for being good? Virtual cookie, sure, yeah. It did pretty good this week, and
It did. It really did.
so
For
all I'll say
for
about
its
that.
reputation of being a hype model, it did pretty good this week.
yeah, it nailed, especially the stuff in Wisconsin. I no complaints about that. But again, obviously, if you're in Wisconsin, you're cursing the RFS model because of how right it was. But
Just for reference, Joel, the airport in Battle Creek measured 44.
okay. So still sub-severe, but it's still pretty strong wind. As a reminder, severe starts at 60 mile per hour. John F. $5 super chat. Ryan, you should have seen the heat lightning I just saw. Wow. Sorry I had to. I needed to entertain myself before I sleep. Haha, thank you. He, I think, left his chair in protest. Thank you, John, for your support. I'm sure he can still hear me as his headset on, but we also have Robert B, $5 super chat, saying, here's $5 more since there's two of you. Good night, guys. It's been quite a week. Thank you very much, Robert. And hopefully you have a great night as well. And we got Nick F, $5 super chat. Just for some humor, Amazon South Bend is still packing y'all's packages for y'all. No need to worry. Thank you very much. Good thing you made it through that tornado warning earlier. Glad you guys could tune in as well. Got Sharon H, $20 super chat, saying, can we in White Pigeon go to bed? Yeah, you guys are good. It goes for everybody here. And we're watching behind the scenes. Highly recommend, if you guys don't have a good radar app, this is a good time to download one. Again, Radar Scope, Radar Omega, WeatherWise. There's some other ones out there, but all those apps show you high resolution radar data. Similar to like if Ryan showed off his radar right now, you can kind of see like every individual pixel on a radar. Again, free radars are good, but again, they smother the data. So they make like these big old blobs that are kind of unrealistic. And sometimes they don't pick up on the smaller data, like the light rain showers. You'd be like, it's raining over me, but there's no blob over my house. Again, that's where the high resolution radar data comes in. Also, shout out to Linda MC and Heather for becoming EF0 members. We got Jackie, $2.99, $2 super chat, saying no sleep for the weather boys. We're finally going to get some tonight. I mean, it's already 2:30 a.m., but we'll still get some sleep. CJA, $10 super chat, saying thanks for keeping us safe. Joyfully Joy, join the team as an EF0 member. Janelle, $4.99 super chat. I'm going through serious Bayport camera withdrawals. Oh no, Janelle. We're sorry. We got hosed by YouTube.
Yeah.
So
Well, let's not get started on that topic. I'll talk all night.
yeah. Thank you as always for your support. And that is the end of the super chats that I'm seeing here.
I was halfway hoping to see some deer on the Lapeer camera, but unfortunately not tonight.
The deer will always be there, Ryan.
I want to see deer. All right, well, we are wrapping this up. Well, let's look at the radar here before we go to bed. Not anything I'm seeing at all. Check the Indiana's radar real quick.
Marshall area is the gustiest. That's about it, according to Velocity.
That makes sense. I mean, Battle Creek just gusted to 44, so. All right, I think we're still safe to hop out of here, and we're going to do so. Enjoy your night, guys. We're going to give you the all clear, but of course, make sure you have ways to receive warnings in the unlikely event one more is issued here ahead of this line. So With that said, we are going to roll the outro. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. We'll hope to see you guys soon, but not too soon. Let's enjoy the nice snow coming in for tomorrow. See you guys.
Have a good one, everyone. See ya.